All right, what's up, y'all? Jerry here, and we are back with another daily live stream. And we're gonna waste a little time to start today's stream because I just want to say thank you to everyone who is a subscriber. I have reached 500 subscribers in yesterday's stream, and man, that feels real good. Really, really proud of that milestone. And one thing that does unlock is super chats and memberships, and that's honestly something I've given no thought to whatsoever. But I did turn them on, and memberships, I just put it to the cheapest option possible. It's like $1.50 Canadian. I think that's $1.07 US. And I don't know, man. We got our first member, so I want to shout out Mr. Nez. Thank you so much, dude. This means a lot, and it's really fucking cool. If I'm being honest, I just started this in January this year. I looked at the date, January 25th, and been streaming pretty much every day since. I bought my whole setup just a week before starting, and man, I'm just doing this for fun. So the fact that I've made my very first dollar officially is pretty fucking cool, man. And I'll be honest, I'm glad I saw this before I started streaming and I could get some of the tears out of the way, so I don't need to get emotional on stream. But pretty fucking cool, man. Thank you so much. So let's not waste any more time, man. We're gonna hop in a draft. We're ripping some eliminators. Let's get in here. Waiting for 4 people. If you want in, come on in. And we got Bass Fish for life in here too. Appreciate you. Congratulations. Thank you, man. Mark Curry saying hi to the kitty. Yeah, we got Momo in here. Jumped up right before starting. He'll be chilling up here. They just ate, so I'm sure the kitties will be hanging out with us. All right, this eliminator is filled. We got pick 4 right here, and oh my goodness, look who's in here. It's Kurt motherfucking Rambus. Yo. Is this on purpose, Kurt? Are you in here? Say what's up in the chat. We got King Calorie out here as well. Bass Fish for Life hasn't done a single eliminator. Well, if you want to get in these streets, come on down. We got pick 4. Pick 4 is a little tricky in these, man. It's a little tricky because I can't pass on Puka or Chase, one of the receivers, and you just kind of miss out on a tier of guys in the second round and in the third round. Leaves you feeling a little thin, but we'll land this plane, and we're going to get a little wild in these streets, all right? Because this eliminator is 83% filled, filling really fast. I said I give it till the end of next weekend, and I only have 12 entries left after this, so I'm not worried about maxing it at all. I do have 4 slows going too. Oops, I hopped in a slow. Where am I here? There we go. That's why I don't like slows too, man. You get tripped up. All right, we're 2 picks away. I assume we're getting one of Jamar Chase or Puka Nacua. Come on now. Come on now. And when I only have 12 drafts left, I'm going to be getting pretty wild in these streets. Going to just be getting my guys. I don't care about reaching. Oh, my God. Yo, speaking of not caring about reaching, this guy takes Lamar Jackson at pick 3. Oh, my God. Is this going to get thrown out? Dude, okay. I just got an eliminator thrown out this morning as well, which, I mean, at least I have an extra bullet now. Oh my God, Josh Allen just went at 6. Bro. Yo, Kurt. Kurt, what's going on here, dog? Did you do this? I'm just playing. But this guy who took Josh Allen at 6 doesn't have a badge. So maybe he saw Lamar go in the first round and was like, oh my God, I need a quarterback. But, dude, I might get another eliminator thrown out. I don't know, because it's not too crazy where if that's the only, like, wild pick, then it's not going to get thrown out. I mean, we saw how Gilbert Arenas was drafting last year. None of his drafts got thrown out. And yeah, this reach is fucking wild, dude. Bought the dip because 8 is unreal. Got to mix it up. Yeah, I know Kurt, he likes his Ash and Genty, but JSN at pick 8 is a nice little slide. And I've been mixing him up when he's falling as well. And that's why I took Jamar Chase at 4. Puka, you can argue, is a better eliminator pick just because, one, he has a later bye week. That's always nice. Although week 11 can be a tricky bye week. So Jamar Chase week 6, that's fine too. And he's just really consistent. Gets a ton of catches, yards after catch. But touchdowns, Jamar Chase should dominate touchdowns. Oh my goodness, dude. Yobby. Wow. Pick 10 has started Amon-Ra St. Brown and CeeDee Lamb. And pick 9 started Jonathan Taylor and Justin Jefferson. I know Kurt Rambis is pissed because if he got to start JSN Jefferson, he would probably nut in his pants right now. Okay, I'm curious to see what this guy does. Takes Devonta Smith round 2. Okay, that's not crazy enough to get canceled now. I don't know if I should be annoyed or excited because 2 of these guys got crazy starts. Like CeeDee St. Brown, dude. Oh my God. Now, I have Achane fall to me at 21. I am going to take him, even though Achane and Chase, they do have the same bye week in week 6. So I'm going to have to be very mindful of that for the rest of the draft. But we got to get the dip, It's not too often these running backs fall. Okay, and this guy took A.J. Brown. So both of the guys who took a quarterback round 1 took receivers round 2, and they're not crazy picks, especially A.J. Brown. So, I mean, I'm treating this draft like it's going to stand. Dude, I wish I was pick 10. St. Brown, CeeDee Lamb is insane. If you land the plane at running back, oh my goodness, dude. We're going to be keeping an eye on that team for sure. And Jonathan Taylor, Justin Jefferson. I don't really like Justin Jefferson too much, especially in the Eliminator, but that combination is going to be very, very rare, I'm sure. Now, we're 1 pick away. Drake London at 28 would be insane. I'm going to take him or Pickens, one of the receivers. This is the guy who took Lamar, and he takes Zay. Maybe he has a plan. Now, Pickens London. Dude, is it crazy that I like Pickens more? I actually just like Pickens more, so I'm going to take him. I know Drake London typically goes higher. I like getting the falling value, but I genuinely just like George Pickens more than Drake London this year. Even with CeeDee Lamb there, I know Drake London's the clear one, but the quarterback situation does scare me a little bit. This guy gets him at 30, but okay, this is great. This is awesome because Drake London fell all the way to pick 30, but it's to the team that took Josh Allen and then Devonta Smith round 2. So that's nice because that doesn't typically happen. And yeah, I like some George Pickens. Bassfish for life, asking how the eliminators work. I'll give you a quick rundown. It's very different from any other tournament on Underdog, where in your pod week 1, 6 out of the 12 advance. And then every other week, you get put into a random pod with you and one other person, and it's a head-to-head matchup. If you win, you move on. If you lose, you're out. And if you make it to week 17, there's 3 teams in the final where you are competing for $200K. And you get your $10 back if you make it to week 4. So you have to make it past the first 3 weeks. and then you can get your first $10 back, and you get more money with each week that you move on. So floor is very important in this. People really like running backs a lot more, and also bye weeks is something to keep track of. That's why I mentioned Jamar Chase and Devon Achane. If you're in BBM, like who cares? But in the Eliminator, when I'm in week 6 and I don't have my first 2 draft picks, that's pretty tough. Leaves you at a pretty big disadvantage. So we have to be mindful of that with the rest of your draft. And yeah, it definitely changes your strategy a lot with your construction, with even the type of players you get and where you draft them in drafts. For example, don't draft Lamar Jackson at pick 3 or Josh Allen at pick 6. Not a good idea. Keeping an eye on Kurt Rambis's team has JSN, Derrick Henry, and then Igbuka at 32. I know he's been catching up on his Igbuka as well. Yabi, St. Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Kyron, and Garrett Wilson. Team is absolutely cooking. Now, there's one guy I really want with my next pick. He's my highest drafted running back in the Eliminator. The bye week works out. I want another running back. Oh, there he goes. Dave Montgomery is definitely who I wanted. T. Higgins is still here. Okay, thankfully he gets taken. It would have been hard to pass on T. Higgins, even when I have Jamar Chase, but going to have to. And I think I just take my choice of running back here first, and that's going to be Quinshon Judkins. He just feels like one of the safer running backs to take over Tootin and Bucky. I don't feel as good about their profiles. Judkins, I at least know is going to get a ton of volume, and damn, Colston Loveland goes right after. I was hoping I could push Colston Loveland to round 5. I'm trying to get him in every draft I can, but I felt like this team, I wanted my choice of running back first. So I took Judkins, but damn, definitely want more Loveland. The Burden injury, though, doesn't sound like it's too serious, although I'm sure a lot of these things always get downplayed, but should be back around the time for the start of the season. Week 1 is hopeful from what I've heard. So he's still falling a bit. Yeah, set to miss preseason, should play week 1. He goes here at pick 50. Bucky Irving's still on the board. Jadarian Price goes. I don't know if I want Bucky, man. Who do I want in this team? I'm not going to force a running back. I can't take Parker Washington. I don't care. Give me my guy. I was going to take JMO, but JMO has a week 6 bye week. Dude, I made it trip out for like 5 extra seconds. But JMO has a week 6 bye, and so does Jamar Chase. So I want to get a little different. And I know Parker Washington went like in the 6th round and 7th round for most of this tournament. I don't care. Give me my guy. Let me have fun. Bucky, I just don't trust him. I don't. Mike Evans, he has his own like injury stuff going on right now, and he's old, so I don't necessarily trust him. Terry McLaurin, they just lost their left tackle, which is a really big deal. Now, I think they might get Taylor Decker, who the Detroit Lions released. That would just make a ton of sense because he's a good veteran left tackle. Devontae Adams is older as well. JMO has the same bye week as Chase. DJ Moore, I like DJ Moore. I kind of want more of him, but kind of just left Parker Washington, the guy that I just like, honestly, the most. And I have so many teams with these veteran guys on this side of the board, so I don't mind switching it up, getting a little different. We tried to do that in one of our best ball manias yesterday, but it Unfortunately, it didn't work out when Trevor Lawrence got sniped one pick before us when we reached up for Parker Washington. Broke my heart. And this team at 10 still crushing. St. Brown, CD, Kyron, Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams. They need more running backs, but those 4 receivers are insane. They all have different bye weeks too. This guy's cooking. Team at 12 goes double tight end with McBride and Tyler Warren. That's interesting. I don't think I regret taking Judkins over Loveland, though. I still like being strong at running back in this tournament. Ramondre here goes at 62. Jalen Warren, 63. As we see, the prices they get expensive, man. Kurt Rambis had a really nice fall on Terry McLaurin there at 56. That's a smash. Wonder if he's going to go Jaden. This round 6 is pretty dry. I know Kurt doesn't like Rome. He might take Carnell Tate or probably just Jaden Daniels if I had to guess. Maybe a running back. He likes his running backs. Yeah, there it is. Tony Pollard. Now, the best picks on the board are quarterback. I could just go with Joe Burrow to stack with Jamar Chase. That is another week 6 bye. It's on the table. This guy might just be on auto right here. There are running backs here that I like, though, and I might be able to push quarterback. I want Rico. Let me push quarterback. I don't need Burrow. If he comes back to me, I'll take him, but I want Rico Dowdle more. Let me get strong at running back. Me and Kurt on the same wavelength. Yo, Kurt. Kurt and I are in lockstep, man. We've taken the same position in each round. Receiver, running back, receiver, running back, receiver, running back. Yo, Kurt, that's pretty funny, man. We are on the same frequency, my friend. We know ball. That's what's up. There goes Caleb. So this guy does take a quarterback, not Burrow. Drake May is still on the board too. So is Jalen Hurts. I would actually consider just getting a different quarterback to avoid another week 6 bye. But I do just like Burrow more. Drake May is interesting, though. Well, there goes Drake May. Hopefully this guy's not on auto and doesn't take Burrow. Okay, Harvey goes. So Jonathan Brooks and Harvey went. Happy I took Dowdle. Joe Burrow's still here. I think it just makes the most sense to take him with Jamar Chase. I have a lot of Jalen Hurts in the Eliminator, I know. And I think Jalen Hurts is a great Eliminator pick. But give me Joe Burrow. Let me look at my quarterbacks. Burrow, I have 8.1%. And Hurts, I have 8.1%. Wow. I'm actually dead even on both of them, surprisingly. Well, there we go. Ooh, I have a slow draft pick to make. Damn, the running back went. All right, I told myself I'm down to go double elite tight end. So I'm going to take Tucker Kraft on that slow draft with Loveland. Now, back into this fast draft we're in. Jalen Hurts off the board. This is to the guy who has Josh Allen and Jaden Daniels. I think this guy's just on auto right now. After taking Josh Allen round 1 and then Devonta Smith round 2, I think this guy at pick 6 is just on auto. Everyone else was at the top of ADP. That would be my guess. So we need to keep our eye on quarterbacks in this draft because they might get expensive. The team at 2 already has 2 quarterbacks. The team at 6 already has 3 quarterbacks. And then I have 1, and the team at 3 took Lamar Jackson at pick 3. Very interesting. But they also took Zay Flowers at 27. So I don't know. Maybe they had a plan. Maybe they just think that Jadarian Price is better than Christian McCaffrey. Maybe that's what they think. And what's up, DJ Spinoza? How we doing? Welcome to the stream. Happy Monday. Yeah, it's Monday. Happy Monday. Keeping a close eye on this draft room because there's some really, really interesting teams. The team at 10 with St. Brown and CD Lamb ends up taking Dak and Tucker Craft. So Dak is a great pick there to stack with CD. And then Kraft, your first tight end. That team is sick, dude. Yo, what's up, Lever Nuggy? There's some shenanigans going on in here, dude. Look at this. Pick 3 took Lamar Jackson, and then all their other picks were normal. And then pick 6 took Josh Allen, and then Devonta Smith, and then I think they're just on auto. St. Brown went at 10, CD at 15 to the same team. Insane, dude. Dobbins just went at 89. Kirk got a great value there. Trevor Lawrence, smash. I need Trevor Lawrence on this team. We're not hesitating. We're taking Trevor Lawrence with Parker Washington. With quarterbacks going in this draft, and this guy potentially being on auto, he might scoop up even more quarterbacks. Let me just lock up my 2, and now I'm done at 2. So I feel really good about that. We have 3 running backs, 3 receivers, no tight ends yet. I don't know if I want Laporta just for the week 6 bye. I already have Chase. I already have Achane. I already have Burrow. I know it's 1 at each different position, but it still feels like a lot. JCM's the guy I want the most. I want a 4th running back. I'm scared to read this blurb too. It says Michael Pittman not spotted at practice. If y'all don't know, I got like 36% Michael Pittman in the Eliminator, but I'm sure it's nothing, right? At least I'm going to tell myself it is. And at least Michael Pittman, he's a dog. Absolute dog. And no way, dude. Guess what? We got number 2. This is insane. Number 2 member, Hallie Lion. Welcome. Welcome to I Just Want to Support Jiri. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it, man. Dude, that's so cool. What's not cool is getting JCM snipe from me. But, bro, that's cool. And, we see the first green name in the chat. That's sick, dude. That is so sick. All right, lock back in. Come on, don't get distracted, D. I could take Fannin. I could take Gainwell. Do I want a running back? Do I want a tight end? I can always get more tight ends. Give me Gainwell. With how running backs are going in this draft too, and just running back prices in general, especially in this contest, give me Kenny Gainwell, and we're going to make it work. He does have a different bye week as well. We passed on Bucky so we can sell ourselves on Kenny Gainwell. And yeah, Hallie, appreciate you, dude. Appreciate you, dude. Levernucky says, I'm not giving Apple $2. I'll do my membership too. I don't know how that works. If someone can explain to me how like super chats or memberships work with like Apple and YouTube through that. I've heard something about Apple like charges you or takes like extra. I have no idea, but what I did with memberships is I really haven't thought about memberships at all. I haven't given it any thought because, dude, I'm just doing this for fun every day, man. And my time and energy I'm trying to put into streaming longer, trying to make like better thumbnails, connect with people in the community. Not so much like, I don't know, the monetary stuff, but I just made it the cheapest possible thing. I made it $1.50 Canadian. I think it's $1.07 US. So, and I titled it, I Just Want to Support. And if you just want to support and you want to have a green name in chat, welcome, man. And I'm sure in the future, I'll figure out some stuff to do with memberships and all that. But It's not really something I'm trying to rush or is a big priority for me right now, if I'm being honest, especially with August, you know, underway. Draft season is slowly closing, unfortunately, but that just means football's going to start soon too. And appreciate you, Hawk Smash Potatoes. Let's go. Bukowski, have you considered selling ad space on your forehead? Yeah, dude, we brought back the big head thumbnails, man. And that was for K-Space specifically. K-Space was commenting saying he wants the big head back. So I thought why not? We can bring back the big head. All right, we're one pick away. Do I want another running back? I think I do. I think I want to take my fifth and just be done at 5. And that's going to be Chris Rodriguez. We do have a Jacksonville thing going on. I don't have a week 7 bye at running back, so all my buys are different. And now I can just be done. I have 3 receivers only, but my 3 receivers are so good. Jamar Chase, George Pickens, and Parker Washington. Dude, so sick. Kyler Murray still on the board. I'm sure this is because of, the quarterback controversy going on in Minnesota, as crazy as that is to say. I'm not really looking at quarterback unless one falls a crazy amount, but there's some nice receivers available. I'm tempted just to take my first tight end, though. Or do I want a receiver? I can get more tight ends later, and I could possibly go 4 tight ends. Romeo Dobbs is still here. Dobbs is a nice pick. Kelsey's an option. Dalton Kincaid is nice. Deebo Samuel is a pick I like a lot. I think I want a receiver. Let's go Dobbs. We'll take Romeo Dobbs. I like Deebo, especially in the Eliminator, but I still have so much of him because he was one of my highest drafted players before he signed to the 49ers. So let's take Romeo Dobbs on this team. He has a week 11 bye, falls 6 picks in ADP. Our bye weeks feel good. I feel like I can try and push tight end a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do. And the receivers who fall back to me, I feel like there's some nice picks. I like them. But as my number 4, I don't think they would feel so good. Romeo Dobbs, I at least can convince myself, is on a good offense with a good quarterback. Got paid a lot of money, so should get used like it. And I'm sure Kurt Rambis is happy getting Kelsey with Patrick Mahomes too after I passed on him. You're welcome, Kurt. Kurt's kind of cooking up a shipper too. And I know he's saying to his phone or his laptop right now, "Fucking A right I am." I love you, Kurt. Apple charges like $2 more per month for the subscription. Oh, dude, fucking don't do that then. Yo, keep your money. Seriously, man. I only put it there as an option because you can, but it's not really something I'm trying to, promote too much or put my main like energy and effort. One thing I did tell myself was at 500 subscribers, I'll start caring about some of the cosmetic stuff a little bit more. Like I still have no background on StreamYard. I have no like overlay or like put any care into like my YouTube banner or anything like that. So I told myself around 500 subscribers, I would, start to work on that a little bit and care a bit about it. But I've been just, putting my time and effort and energy into just streaming and trying to like get better at that. So we'll work on the cosmetic stuff eventually, but still just rocking the OG black screen. And damn, King Calorie takes Dallas Goddard and then likely goes right after. That's a bummer. Chig is still available. I think I want Stribling more. It's Stribling or Denzel Boston, but I passed on Debo, so I want Stribling. He's still getting great reports in camp. Denzel Boston goes right after. Boston also had the same bye week as Romeo Dobbs. You know what? This is funny. I think actually in one of the streams the other night, I was in the same position in the Eliminator, and I took Romeo Dobbs and Stribling instead of Debo and Denzel Boston. And instead, I let Nez have Debo and Denzel Boston. And I remember saying, damn, Debo and Denzel Boston seem a lot better than Romeo Dobbs and Stribling in the Eliminator. So maybe I messed up there again. But whatever. We're rolling with it again on this one. Chig goes. There goes the tight end we were looking at. Hunter Henry still here. Juwan Johnson, Brenton Strange. Strange would be another Jacksonville piece. I don't know if I want that many week 7 buys though. Hunter Henry just got extended too, but he didn't really get paid all that much. Brenton Strange got paid. But on this team, I want Juwan Johnson as my tight end one. That's what I'm going to go with. Week 8 bye. I like Juwan Johnson. I think he can be used a lot this year and early in the season with a rookie receiver in Jordan Tyson. Maybe they lean on the tight end a bit more. But I'm cool with that and pushing tight end. I might even end up with 4. This might be a 2-5-7-4, depending on how comfortable I feel at receiver. But let's do a little recap. We have a 2-5-5-1 right now. Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence at quarterback. Running backs, Devon Achane, Quinshawn Judkins, Rico Dowdle, Kenny Gainwell, and Chris Rodriguez. Receivers, Jamar Chase, George Pickens, Parker Washington, Romeo Dobbs, Dejon Stribling, and then Juwan Johnson at tight end. Would I prefer Debo and Denzel Boston or Romeo Dobbs and Dejon Stribling? Let me know. I'm curious to know if anyone else has an opinion. I think in the Eliminator, Debo and Boston are probably a better combination at first. But later in the season, Stribling and Dobbs might be better. Maybe Dobbs needs a little time to really connect with Drake May. Maybe Stribling, really establishes himself as a good rookie receiver. Maybe someone else goes down due to the substation. Isaiah Pacheco just went down too, out with an MCL sprain. Should play week 1, it says. We'll see. I don't know how excited we should be about that anyways. But Marshawn Lloyd off at 159 as well. That's why I'm getting these running backs early in the Eliminator, especially as this contest is close to closing, because it's just more and more. People are just hoarding these running backs. So I'm just going to do the same. Travis Hunter, 162. There's some nice receivers. I'm not looking at running back. I'm not looking at quarterback. A lot of tight end options as well. I know who I want. This guy takes Isaiah Pacheco. He's not on auto. I don't know what he was doing taking Josh Allen. Maybe that was just a mistake. Maybe he was on like projected points or something. Who knows? Or he just saw the guy take Lamar at 3. Weird. But this draft isn't going to get canceled. Juwan Jennings off the board. I'm taking Dontavian Wicks. Get wide receiver 6. And I think Wicks is a great pick in the Eliminator. Mekhi Lemon being talked about as not being ready to be like a starting receiver for week 1. They're hoping he's ready week 1, but As far as a starting wide receiver role, seems like Wicks is in line for that job, at least early in the season. And for the Eliminator, that helps us a ton. Just getting a starting wide receiver on a good offense in round 14, I think is valuable. And what's up, Turbo? How we doing? Welcome. Welcome. Dylan Sampson off the board, 168. I queued up AJ Barner. I want AJ Barner. One of my favorite tight ends. Happy to get him here as my second. This guy has 3. This guy has 2. Loveland Sadiq. Damn, he took Barner. Oh, that's a bummer. Okay. Moving on. Gunnar Helm. Okay. I can sell myself on a little upside, and I also don't have a lot of week 9 bye weeks. So I'll take Gunnar Helm. I like him more than Gadsden at this point from what we've heard about him. I like him more than Hawkinson, and I have a lot of week 6 buys already. I don't like TJ Hawkinson, man. I don't like the Minnesota passing pieces for the most part. I do take a decent amount of Juwan Jennings, though, if I'm being honest, but I just think he's going to get the touchdowns out of those guys. So why not take Gunnar Helm? Upside swing. Hopefully Cam Ward takes a step up. Helm looked good as a rookie, too, and I'm pretty sure he was hurt to start his rookie year. Pat Bryant off at 178. These receivers are getting so damn expensive in the back of these drafts, too. It's wild. It's just get your guys season, man. And that's kind of where I'm at, too. Especially because I'm a lot further along in these tournaments than most people. I'm almost done Best Ball Mania. I think I have like 10 BBMs left. After this draft, I only have 12 more eliminators. And I'm kind of thinking, like, I don't know what I'm going to draft after those ones finish, because they're kind of the 2 contests I really wanted to do the most. I still have 3 entries in the Pitbull. I know they have a puppy, and, that's always a decent option. I just don't love the structure for this puppy. And so I'm kind of holding off on doing that for as long as possible. And what's up, Disbanded? With the patented period. Kurt Rambis taking his Tank Dell. Kurt Rambis, Twitter fiend. Just trying to get all the Twitter capital and taking all the guys that pop off on Twitter. All right, Kate Otten, welcome to the team. We need a third tight end. He's the last one in a tier for us. And I'm really considering taking 4 on this team and going 7 receivers. I really might. We'll see what receivers available. Judy's always a fine option. Keenan Allen's a fine option. Jacoby Lane's been getting hype like crazy. Rashad Bateman's being talked about as the 2 still in Baltimore. We got options. There goes Bateman. Keenan Allen still not signed. I was really hoping by Monday he would. But I'm probably taking one of these 3 guys. I know who Kurt Rambis wants. But I think I take my choice of receiver here. And then I can either decide if there's a tight end worth taking, or if I just go with a wide receiver 8. Bateman and Lane get taken. Greenwald takes Judy. We're 1 pick away. I really want Keenan Allen. All right, this guy goes Surratt. Dude, how funny would it have been if all 4 of the guys I wanted get taken in a row? right before us. But thankfully, Keenan is on this team, and we can save Cyrus Allen for Kurt Rambis. I guarantee you. I guarantee fucking to you. Watch. It's going to leave my queue. Do it, Kurt. I already know. You can't resist. Unless you're going to take a running back. Oh, he takes Halani. Hey, there you go. Guess you needed your RB5 first, but I know you wanted him. And I know it hurts you to see Cyrus Allen go right after you took him as well. But I'm gonna be looking over at, let's look at receiver real quick, just in case there's not a tight end that I want. There's a couple good options at tight end for me though. I'm scrolling down heavy at receiver. Man, is there any news on Isaiah Bond? Has he done anything? Says strong spring. Spring was a long time ago. Calvin Austin, 3 days ago, on track for number 3 role. Interesting. Calvin Austin looks to be the Giants' top slot receiver. Very interesting. Calvin Austin's kind of good, man. I took him a little bit in the big board. I was scrolling down round 20, Calvin Austin. Number 3. And it sounds like Malachi Fields is the favorite for the number 2 in New York. So where does that leave Darnell Mooney, man? People are still drafting Darnell Mooney in like a lot of drafts. But this is saying that Calvin Austin's kind of passing Darnell Mooney, which is that really surprising at this point? I don't know. I don't think I would be too surprised about it. There goes Mike Gesicki. Mike Gesicki would have been a really nice option for us with Joe Burrow as well. There goes Darnell Washington. Kurt Rambis, what you going to do for us? Takes Torrey Horton. So the one guy I want is Colby Parkinson. This guy here only has one tight end in Isaiah Likely, and he takes Mooney. Okay, wow. This guy's team is interesting. I still don't know if he was on auto or not. Probably was. Looks like it. All right. We're going Colby Parkinson. Let's go. This team fucks. This is a good 4 tight end team, I think. I think it makes a lot of sense for 4 tight ends. So let's do a little recap. And after, I'm going to look at the team that took Lamar in the first round, and I'm going to take a look at the team that took Josh Allen in the first round. And then we'll look at Kurt Rambis' team, of course, as well. But we drafted a 2-5-7-4. I think the 4 tight ends work. We have Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence at quarterback. Running backs, Devon Achane, Quinshawn Judkins, Rico Dowdle, Kenny Gainwell, Chris Rodriguez. Wide receivers, Jamar Chase, George Pickens, Parker Washington, Romeo Doubs, DeJon Stribling, Dontavian Wicks, and Keenan Allen. Tight ends, Juwan Johnson, Gunnar Helm, Cade Otton, Colby Parkinson. Dude, this team fucks. This team's sick, dude. Burrow and Trevor, we don't need a third quarterback. They have different bye weeks too, super strong. Our running backs all have different bye weeks. And 5 running backs from Achane to Chris Rodriguez feels really good. Receivers, I mean, we have Chase Pickens and Parker Washington. Dude, sick. And then Dobbs should be decent. Stribling's our big upside pick, which I like. Dontavian Wicks should be in 2 wide receiver sets to start the year in Philly. That's really valuable with where we took him. And then Keenan Allen as a vet, hopefully he's signed soon. I'm still holding out for that. But Juwan Johnson, Gunnar Helm, Cade Otton, Colby Parkinson, these are 4 viable tight ends. And yeah, Juwan Johnson is our first. Still doesn't feel that bad. And then upside and Helm, Kate Otton, he's on the Bucks, Colton Parkinson's on the Rams. These guys can catch some touchdowns. We only need one of them to hit our lineup. I feel good about it. I feel really good about this team. Now let's take a look at the team that took Lamar at pick 3. Lamar Shuck, Jadarian Price, Jonathan Brooks, RJ Harvey, Jordan Mason, Tyron Tracy, Jonah Coleman. Receivers, A.J. Brown, Zay Flowers, Casey Concepcion, Denzel Boston, Zachariah Branch, Elijah Surratt, Jack Besh. So, dude likes his rookies, likes them young. And then Colson Loveland, Ken Sneak, A.J. Barner. So, this guy didn't do anything weird except take Lamar at 3. So, this draft's not going to get thrown out. Maybe he just was in the projected points or just wanted to get that weird. I don't know. But this team at 6 took Josh Allen at pick 6, and it looks like they might have been on auto for most of the rest of the draft. But Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, Jacoby Brissett, a lot of J names. Running backs, David Montgomery, Bucky Irving, Aaron Jones, Tyler Algier, Isaiah Pacheco. Receivers, Devonta Smith, Drake London, Josh Downs, Alec Pierce, Xavier Worthy, Ryan Florina, Isaac Tesla, Darnell Mooney, and then Isaiah Likely has their only tight end. All right. Thank you for your donation. Kurt Rambis, 3573. Mahomes, Baker, Darnold. Nice. Running backs, Henry, Scatabo. I still don't really trust Scatabo, but I get it. Tony Pollard, J.K. Dobbins, George Holani. Running backs, fuck. All different bye weeks, too. Quarterbacks, fuck, by the way. Receivers, JSN, Igbuka, Terry, DK Metcalf, A.D. Mitchell, Tank Dell, Torrey Horton. Yeah, receivers, fuck. Tight ends, Kelsey, Strange, Hunter Henry, nice value. Tight ends, fuck. Yeah, that's what we do, Kurt. That's what we fucking do. This is for everyone in here. 2 out of the teams at least seem like they're not going to advance. Right? So it's 10 out of 12. Or sorry, 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. But then me and Kurt are advancing. So it's 4 out of 8 for the rest of you guys. That kind of cancels out. 2 teams eliminated, 2 teams already going through. It's 50-50. Sick. Let's hop in another. We're getting these eliminators in, baby. Waiting for 7. Yeah, Kurt, your team does fuck. Respect. And we're going to have a lot of friends and family in this one. It seems, and why not? Welcome. We're also going to be doing a 500 subscriber 10-hour live stream next Sunday. I am going to reach out to Kurt. He's definitely going to be on it. Just figuring out some times. But yeah, next Sunday, 10 hours, at least 10 hours. Might even just keep going, go longer. We'll see. But going to have a lot of fun guests. And yeah, look forward to hanging out with all y'all as well. I'm in this eliminator at pick 9. If you're in here with me, let me know. I actually don't see too many familiar names. So maybe there's a bunch of lurkers in the chat that are in here. Damn, Kurt was delayed in the overflow lobby. That sucks, man. But you know what, dude? It's probably for the better. Probably for the better. So we're not competing against each other because we draft shippers, baby. We draft shippers. So over here at 9, let's see if this draft gets even more wild. Now, I think I manifested that last draft with the title of this this live stream. I said eliminator drafts get wild, and how much more wild is it getting than Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen both in round 1? It's really about as wild as it's getting, man. Oh, Kurt backed out. There you go. I thought you got stuck in it, but yeah, a little eliminators don't fill too fast, so you don't really get stuck in them like you might with like a puppy or something like that. But yeah, we both drafted some really sick teams last draft, Kurt. All right, through 4 picks, this is now normal. The most normal draft that we've seen tonight. Pikachu, a name I recognize for sure. Yo, Pikachu, if you're in the chat, let me know. 2 picks away. I want my boy St. Brown. This is my 12th last eliminator, so I only have 11 more after. I want my guys and as many of them as I can get. And yo, there's Kurt Rambis's guy, Ashton Genty at pick 7. This guy's not afraid. Jonathan Taylor, St. Brown. I'm taking one of them, but dude, I'm still just taking St. Brown first. Fuck. All right, I'll settle for Jonathan Taylor. And yo, we got our honorary first member in the building, Nez Takes, bro. I gave a little spiel at the start of this stream, but yo, appreciate you, man. Means a lot. Supporting the channel. Having a lot of fun doing this, man, and gonna keep it up. Gonna keep this rolling. And we're 2 picks away right here. Also, Nez may or may not be a guest on the 10-hour live stream. Tune in. Kenneth Walker off the board. I'm taking Chase Brown. Pretty easy for me. I like him a lot more than I do Hampton or Achan. Good player, good offense, contract year, Canadian, made me money in the past. What is there not to love about Chase Brown? Now, this is why it feels kind of good to be in the second half of drafts in the Eliminator, because you can start with your first 2 picks are just going to feel better. You can get a running back in the second round. Meanwhile, these guys get stuck with Drake London, AJ Brown. I don't know, man. I'm still not completely sold on Drake London. I took George Pickens above him in the last Eliminator. It's just a better offense is kind of what it comes down to. There goes Pickens at 22. Bowers all the way to 23. And how fast do we fill in this Eliminator? 83.3% filled. 11 entries left. And dude, Best Ball Mania. Best Ball Mania, I only have 10 entries left. That's wild, dude. 10 entries is wild. Yo, this guy knows ball. This guy knows ball. Pulling up Dave Montgomery at 26. And dude, no way. Yo, we got our first super chat. Dude, that's insane. Call me Misha, Texas Fox. $10, dude. Yo, that's so generous, man. Congratulations on 500. Thank you, man. That means a lot. I appreciate that big time, my friend. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Dude, that's so cool. Hell yeah, man. Now we're going to stay locked into this draft, okay? We're going to stay locked in this draft. But, dude, that's so cool. All right. Do I take Rashee Rice at 33? He looked cooked in that video that came out. There was a little clip of like Cyrus Allen looking good, and Rashee Rice looked cooked in it. All right, he gets taken. Devonta Smith, I know he's a little banged up in practice, but I'm still not going to pass on him. Zay Flowers is here. I like Zay Flowers a lot, but give me Devonta Smith. Call me Misha, saying you're an enjoyable streamer to watch, man. Keep up the good work. Dude, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Means a lot. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and always going to try and get better. You know, just started this year, but you know, I think we'll keep it rolling. Do some stuff throughout the season, not as much as we're doing in the off season, but yeah, we'll keep it up, man. Bro, DJ Spinoza says he got Genti at 18 in an eliminator a couple hours ago. I'm right with this title, man. People are getting wild in these streets. We also see Travis Etienne and DeAndre Swift get pulled up to the turn. Zay Flowers is still here. Dude, if Zay Flowers comes back to me at pick 40, incredible. 2 picks away. Bro, come on now. I'm holding my breath. Chris Olave goes. Zay Flowers is still there, man. Come on now. This guy, he doesn't want him. You took... Aw. Damn. All right. Time to pivot. Do I want a running back? Do I want a receiver? None of the running backs are worth taking. I don't take a lot of Lad. Let's try a share of Lad today. I'm very curious to check my Lad exposure in the Eliminator. I don't have much of him in general. Yeah, 3.7%. So I only have 5 shares. I'll probably finish around a cool like 4% now, maybe 4.2. So we'll do that, man. They have pretty decent looking first 3 games from what I remember as well. And I do want some more Justin Herbert. Although, dude, I'll be honest, I don't really know what to say about Justin Herbert because is he engaged now, or is he just, madly in love with his boo thing, Madison Beer? I mean, she's freaking fine. But this dude's making lovey eyes on the field and stuff. Is he locked in? Like, can we really trust this man? I need Nice and Blunt's opinion on this. We gotta find out, man, because I don't know. You might lose that dog. And I heard Josh Allen on the Pat McAfee show, I think it was today, talking about how like getting married and having a daughter has made him soft. Like, I don't really want to hear that in my quarterback either, man. I don't want to hear you're getting soft on us. This is football, man. Now, obviously, we need balance. We need duality in life. But I hope Josh Allen still has that dog in him. I hope Justin Herbert still has that dog in him. And damn, Loveland goes here at 50 to the team at 2, who also took Bowers. This guy started 3 running backs and 2 tight ends. Damn, really curious to see how he lands the plane. And I'm right with this title, man. These draft rooms are getting wild. I kind of forgot about Loveland, not gonna lie. I might have taken him above Lad, if I'm being honest, because I told myself I want as much Colston Loveland as I can get while these contests are still open in my last few drafts. And then I could have just had Parker Washington instead. That would have been cool. I'll take Lamar Jackson if he falls, though. I would love a falling Lamar Jackson. I have almost none of him, but with the skill position players that are gone and we're in this next tier, I'd be pretty happy with Lamar here. Jadarian Price is interesting as well. Who we getting? Henderson goes, so I'm going to take Lamar. We just ruined this guy's dreams when he had the falling Zay Flowers, but he goes ahead and takes Jadarian Price. Lamar at 57 is just a great value. And once you get past JMO, Adams, Mike Evans territory, then I'm comfortable clicking Lamar. Parker Washington goes, also crushing my dreams. But we have Lad as a week 7 buy, so that's okay. Tyler Warren's always a fun click. Rome is still interesting, but it's another week 10 buy as well. Tyler Warren goes. And shout out Kurt Rambis, dude. Kurt Rambis is a member now. That's number 3. Dude, let's go, man. Appreciate you being a supporter, Kurt Rambis. Thank you for your dollar. means a lot to me, man. And I know you would take a running back here. You would take Jalen Warren or Ramondre. I think I lean towards Ramondre right now. We're going with Ramondre, mainly because I like Rico Dowdle more than I like Travion Henderson. Yo, Avi asking, is that the drunk guy? Yeah, that's Kurt Rambis, man. We love Kurt. Nez with the hashtag Gearheads. Yo, we might have to come up with a name, man. I haven't given that much thought as well, but who knows, man? Maybe we can come up with one together. If it's Gearheads, it's Gearheads. We'll figure it out. Ah, damn. Kurt Rambis says he's Warren over Ramondre. Fuck. I'll be honest though, in the Eliminator, I like Ramondre more than Jalen Warren, just because I think Ramondre is going to have a bigger week 1 role than Jalen Warren will. I think Warren and Dowdle will be like more of a 50-50 or like 55-45, but I think Ramondre Henderson will be like a 70-30. So for that reason, I'm going with him, and I might still get Rico Dowdle at 81. And if I could get Dowdle at 81, that would be great. I don't know. It's a tough range to pick. Warren had the same thing last year and snapped. I don't think so though, because Warren was with like Kenny Gainwell. That's pretty different, at least from like the start of the season standpoint. It's different than like a Rico Dowdle. Kenny Gainwell just fucking proved himself, man. And let's not forget, people were drafting Caleb Johnson. Oh my God, in like the 70s, dude. So it was Jalen Warren and Caleb Johnson. And now Caleb Johnson's going completely undrafted, whereas his competition is now Rico Dowdle, who is a lot better than Najee is. I don't think many people are going to disagree with that. So I think Rico Dowdle is actually the most competition that Jalen Warren has had in that backfield. And he's still on the board. Damn, gets taken though. That would have been cool if Rico Dowdle fell back after all that talk. That would have been pretty cool. Dobbins is still here. I would take Dobbins. I took Ladd because I wanted more Herbert. But when I have Lamar, I don't know if I want my second quarterback this early. I want Dobbins. Okay, Herbert actually goes. So this guy has Hampton. I guess that's his logic. But I'll take J.K. Dobbins as my 4th running back. We're getting strong in these running backs. Devonta Smith and Ladd, they might not be the most consistent looking receivers, but they got real spike week ability too. And part of me is really considering taking a 5th running back right here and just being done. Like if Quorum's there, I might do it. Godwin is also really interesting. Josh Downs I like, and sounds like he should be back at practice. I'm trying not to worry about my Michael Pittman shares, okay? Says not spotted at practice, potential leg issue. Don't tell me that, okay? I don't want to hear it. Now, okay, Corum goes, so we're not looking at running back. I'm not interested in taking Monangai here. I'm not going to pull up like JCM or Jordan Mason like, dude, this guy did. That's too much for me. In the 80s is a little too much on the JCM. That's getting a little crazy. I'm going to take Godwin. I know I heard Nez say he never takes Godwin. I'm still kind of in, though. And we've heard good things during practice as well about Chris Godwin. And it's kind of the first time in 2 years that he's been healthy. And yo, Danimal, dude, number 4, bro, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Becoming a member to the supporter squad. Hell yeah, man. Appreciate you big time. Hell yeah, dude. That's so cool. That's so cool, man. Uh, yeah, that's just cool, man. Lon said you got my goat on the thumbnail. Yeah, Peyton Manning. Dude, I thought it was funny. Just people love the big forehead from everything I've heard. So I thought I would, maybe we see if we can play around with the big forehead a bit and who's got a bigger forehead than Peyton Manning. And one thing that's really funny when I put that thumbnail together is when you look at it, obviously, like the picture of me is way edited, right? But Peyton Manning, his forehead is the same size. His regular forehead is the same size as Balloon Jiri. So, I think I prompted that something like, make my head Jimmy Neutron shaped or something like that. Kurt Rambis saying Gainwell and Dowdle are equals. I don't know. I think Dowdle's a lot more talented than Gainwell, especially as a runner. As a runner, it's not even close. As a receiver, it's different. Shit my bread, letting us know 0 wide receivers at spot 2. They just took their first 2, I see, in Sutton and Diggs. Yeah, this was the team that started Bijan, Bowers, Montgomery, Tootin, Loveland, Daniels, May. So, I mean, they locked up their 2 quarterbacks. They locked up their 2 tight ends. They locked up their 3 running backs through the flex. So I guess now it's just 10 receivers and then like 1 more running back probably. I don't know. That's kind of interesting. Maybe they can make it work. I'm not really doubting it. Makai Lemon continuing to fall. Alec Pierce continuing to fall. I think I take my first tight end though. Pierce and Lemon, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to buy this price. It is the Eliminator. Like Lemon, especially if I had Hurts, that'd be nice. But I have Devonta Smith as well. Alec Pierce is more intriguing. But I want to take Fannin first because I want more Fannin in the Eliminator. Pitts, Laporta are off the board. Let me get my first tight end, Harold Fannin. I've wanted more of him in this tournament as well. And yeah, let's go, Danimal. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. DJ Spinoza started with CMC Genti. That's nuts, dude. In the Eliminator, especially, that's nuts. All right. Alec Pierce does go, so we won't get him back. If Makai Lemon's there at 112, I'm going to take him. I kind of have to, right? Although Chris Godwin also has a week 10 bye. You know what? I can't. For bye week purposes alone, I can't do it. That's too much. I'm considering taking a second quarterback here and being done, though. Or I reach up for another running back. Aaron Jones, Chris Rodriguez. Do I take one of these guys? Actually, I think I might again. I don't know. I think I can push quarterback a little bit. I do have Lamar. Nah, I'm going to take Stafford. I changed my mind. I'm going to take Stafford. I think I'm just going to feel better about having 2 good quarterbacks and being done at 2 than having 5 good running backs here where I don't know, I might like some of the ones that fall back to me later because I still have 4 really solid ones. 5th here might be a little rich. Let me lock up the 2 quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson, Matthew Stafford. I took Stafford pretty much just because I want a piece of the Rams offense. And I don't have a lot of Stafford. Bo Nix, he could be a good quarterback too. Very intriguing. I have a lot of Jared Goff, of course, who I take unstacked all the time as well. Baker would have stacked with Godwin, and I like Baker a lot too. I think he's really underpriced actually, but I'm not too concerned with stacks in this. Stafford's just a good steady guy. and their offense should just be elite again. Although I am a little concerned that they might run the ball more this year, especially if their defense really is just elite. Whereas Jared Goff, the Lions defense is dog shit, especially our secondary, man. Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph are still injured. Dude, not good. Terrion Arnold not on the team anymore. Not good in the secondary, man. Defensive line's coming together a little bit, but still oof. And yeah, this team at 2, interesting. They're just slamming receivers now. 4 straight for their first 4. I'm actually really curious to see if they pull this team off. It's kind of fun. And then the team at 1 is just ahead of them. Started 3 straight running backs and then 7 straight receivers and Jared Goff. People are getting real extreme, dude. Real extreme in these streets. Now, Tyler Shuck is still on the board. Malik Willis gets taken, though. I'm hoping Shuck gets taken with one of these picks, or else I might prefer Shuck at 129 than Stafford at 112, especially when I have Lamar. Tyron Tracy goes. That's who I think I would have wanted. Missile off the board. Another player I would have been interested in. Receivers, not a lot left. I'm going to take Coker. Jaden Higgins is here too. And Jaden Higgins has been talked about having a phenomenal camp. Going into his second year, could have a breakout, but dude, I'm a little worried about CJ Stroud. And I've drafted a lot of Nico Collins as well, and I'm a little worried about it. Stroud might just like have lost all of his aura. Genuinely. But I do like Dave Montgomery. I think they're going to run the ball a lot. Especially if Stroud sucks at throwing. They're probably going to want to run more. I mean, they trade a lot for Montgomery too. Woody Marks is not nothing either. DJ Spinoza got Monty on his crazy team as well. And Jamo with Ibuka. Yeah, sounds nuts. Damn, Shuck is still here. Do I just take him at this point? I don't know, though. Like, structurally, it does not feel like a good idea. Like, I think Woody Marks is genuinely the best pick here. Or I take Jaden Higgins, Rashid Shaheed. I think I'm going to take Higgins. Yeah. Give me the 5th receiver first. I don't know. Woody Marks still... He's not that different than the guys who I'm going to take. Like, is he that different from Jaden Blue at this point? Or, like, even Dylan Sampson? I don't know. And I'm not desperate enough. If I was drafting, like, my 3rd running back or my 4th running back, I might take him. But, damn, dude. This Denzel Boston price is also getting out of control. 138 in this draft. Insane. We took Jaden Higgins as our 5th receiver. Let's do a quick recap. We have a 2-4-5-1. Lamar Jackson, Matthew Stafford at quarterback. Running backs, Jonathan Taylor, Chase Brown, Ramondre Stevenson, J.K. Dobbins. Receivers, Devonta Smith, Ladd McConkey, Chris Godwin, Jalen Coker, Jaden Higgins. And then Harold Fant at tight end. I think it feels solid. I took Higgins just because, man, the receivers at the next turn, they're disgusting at that point. Like, I still like Trey Tucker a bit, but he's not that exciting, man. And then Jalen McMillan's got his issues going on. Travis Hunter, I don't like in the Eliminator. Juwan Jennings, I somehow end up with a lot of him, and I don't really want to. And then you're looking at Flournoy, A.D. Mitchell. It gets gross quick, man. Like, we saw Denzel Boston go at 138. It's getting out of control. Kurt doesn't like the Woody Marks. Glad we took receiver. Yeah, I think so. Chig and Cam Ward go at the turn. I want to see more of these quarterbacks go. This guy got shuck at 137. I think I I think I would have preferred taking Chris Rodriguez over Stafford. I would have taken Shuck at 129 though, and then got Coker or Higgins. So I would be at 5 running backs, 4 receivers. I don't know. Stroud is still here too. It's interesting to see these quarterbacks fall. Does not happen too often, but maybe people are realizing that Stroud is just ass. And this team had 2, man. We're keeping an eye on him. Going 6 straight receivers. So yeah, he's going hard on the receivers. I wonder if he's going to take any more running backs. He has 3. Couple of tight ends off the board. Don't love that. I think I would have been interested in Brenton Strange. Tajay Spears would be a fun pick. I think Spears is the pick right here. Or we could take Trey Tucker and then just get a different running back. But I want Spears more. I also don't have a week 9 bye at running back. Tank Bigsby is there. Isaiah Pacheco, I'm not interested in. Zach Charbonnet, I'm not interested in. And then it's Dylan Sampson, Jaden Blue, Jonah Coleman. I like Jaden Blue. I've been pulling him up a lot. But I think I want Tajay Spears more. And if Trey Tucker falls back, that would be perfect. If not, I might take another tight end. Or just play get my guy season at receiver. Who's going? Jalen McMillan off the board. Trey Tucker's still here. I would like some Trey Tucker as my wide receiver 6, and we're going to take him. So the other player I would have considered would have been Dalton Schultz, and he goes right before. So I was deciding between Spears and Tucker. I get them both. I'm happy. I can stop at 2 quarterbacks. I can stop at 5 running backs. My receivers are really good. Like, this team's coming together very, very well. Probably looking at 8 receivers, 3 tight ends, and I still have Harold Fannin as my first tight end, who I feel like he just gives a nice high floor. We're talking about Denzel Boston being the wide receiver 1 in Cleveland, but I don't think that really includes Harold Fannin. I still think he's the number 1 pass catcher. Kind of produced with whoever was there at quarterback and seems like a quarterback's best friend type of player. I don't have much of him at all in tournaments because I just like Kyle Pitts more, and Kyle Pitts goes right next to him. But in the Eliminator, I kind of feel like he's a better pick. I feel like he gives a little more floor, whereas Kyle Pitts, he can get those 40-point games, you know? Yeah, you can get a lot of the Texans late, but that's just because CJ Stroud is so ass. And I would have taken Dalton Schultz, even though I have Higgins that is 2 pass catchers on Houston. But at this point in the draft, it's we can't get too picky. Now, I think one thing I didn't think about with getting Matthew Stafford is I like a lot of his stacks at tight ends late. I like Ferguson. I like Parkinson. They both have week 11 buys, and so does Fannin. Typically want to avoid stacking the bye weeks up. Bryce Young is still here too. Wow. And yo, what's up, K-Space? Loving the thumbnail. Dude, I shouted you out earlier, man. I was saying the thumbnail was for you because you mentioned you like the big head. And a lot of people love a lot of people love head. I love head. Pause. No, not pause. That's fucking awesome. But for thumbnails, I thought I'd play around with it a little bit. And we put Peyton Manning there too. You know, we're big braining these drafts out here, you know. Wicks is still here. I want more Wicks in my life. I do have 2 week 10 buys at receiver though. Okay, he gets taken. Do I just say like fuck your ADP at this point? It is get your guy season. I don't think anyone's getting more hype than Jacoby Lane. I don't think he's the best eliminator pick, but I am going to take 8 receivers. And ADP just doesn't matter at this point in the draft. I've seen him go in like the 160s, dude. Ram is saying Cyrus time. Do people tell you that you look like the white version of the blue avatar? Damn. Hey, yo, avatars are sick. So that's a nice compliment. Thank you. I haven't heard that one too much, though, I'll be honest. For a tight end here, I think I'm going to take Fryermuth or Gunnar Helm. Took Gunnar Helm in the last draft too. Fryermuth, I feel like just gives us a safer floor. Gunnar Helm feels like a higher ceiling, of course. I know Terrence Ferguson is still here, and I like Terrence Ferguson a lot. I do have Matthew Stafford, but it's a week 11 bye with Fannin, and I don't know if I want to do that with my second tight end. Fryermuth, Helm. Yeah, we're going to go with Gunnar Helm. We're going to go with the player with more upside. And I know I have less of him in the Eliminator too. And yeah, dude, definitely a compliment. Kurt liking the lane pick with Lamar. Yeah, I have a lot of Rashad Bateman too. And honestly, if Rashad Bateman's still there, I would actually take him on the same team. I think it would make sense. I mean, we would have 3 bye weeks for 13, but it's week 13, first of all, and it's our last 3 receivers. Jerry looks like a dude out in the forest chopping wood shirtless with a blunt in his mouth. Fuck yeah, dude. So Canadian. Just gotta, you know, responsibly though. All right. We're not out here setting wildfires. Right. We are being responsible with ash and everything, you know. But yeah, that's what we do, man. And shout out Parker Washington. Chop wood, carry water. If you know, you know. And we got Bayou Bengal in here. How we doing, Bayou? What's good? Welcome to the stream. Happy Monday, dude. What a beautiful Monday it is. Yo, pause. Kurt wants to see you shirtless. Pause. I will say though, so I obviously I'm friends with the Toxic Tower boys, right? And they just had their 1,000 subscriber live stream, and they had like a little donation board, you know, with like different level donations and things that they would do or like challenges for them and whatnot. So I don't know. I might steal that a little bit. Might come up with some things, get a little creative, and do that for the 10-hour live stream. We'll see. But one of their things was tarps off. So I don't know. I might make that one of mine too. We'll see. I'll think about it. Bateman goes. That would have been fun. Next up is Kayshon Boutte. Love Boutte. I also want Colby Parkinson on this team. All the guys on the right side of me have 3 tight ends, so I shouldn't be worried about one getting taken. So I'm going to take my receiver first. Kayshon Boutte is just the guy I want. Come on. take Sean Tucker. Give me that booty. Gonna smack that click. Jeremy Bernard off right after. And yeah, all three of these guys have 3 tight ends. So I don't imagine they're going to take one. I will take Colby Parkinson. It is another week 11 bye with Harold Fannin, but that's why I wanted to pass on Terrence Ferguson because Colby's really the only tight end I like round 18. And I wouldn't want both of them. I do like having Colby Parkinson and Terrence Ferguson on the same team, but not when I also have Harold Fannin, who also has a week 11 bye. Not in the Eliminator. No, thank you. But, this team's kind of sick too. I don't take a lot of Lamar either. I think this is literally my 3rd Lamar team in the Eliminator, maybe number 4. But, one pick away. This guy takes Tua. Gimme Colby Parkinson, tight end 3. I like Colby P. And that's the team. A 2-5-8-3. I like how it came together. We have Lamar Jackson, Matthew Stafford as our 2 quarterbacks. Running backs, Jonathan Taylor, Chase Brown, Ramondre Stevenson, J.K. Dobbins, and Tajay Spears. I think maybe Dobbins was falling because apparently he got walked out with trainers or taken away with trainers during practice. I don't know, man. Hopefully it's nothing. I assume most of these things are nothing at this point. Some of these players could just be getting cramps. Who knows? Receivers, we have Devonta Smith, Ladd McConkey, Chris Godwin, Jalen Coker, Jaden Higgins, Trey Tucker, Jacoby Lane, and Kayshawn Booty. This is a really fun receiver team. And having 8 feels solid there too. Tight ends, Harold Fannin, Gunnar Helm, Colby Parkinson. Sick. Absolutely sick. I like this team a lot. I like the first team we drafted. I like this one. We're rolling tonight, man. We're rolling. So, what do you say we just hop in another? Let's go. Waiting for 4. Eliminator season, baby. We only have 10 more after this. Gonna be our last 10 eliminators. I did get an extra one because I got an email from Underdog today saying one of my eliminators was canceled from July 31st. So, week and a half ago. All right, this eliminator is starting. It's taking a while. What pick are we going to get? Come on now. Pick 8. All right. This guy's back in here. Grin BP. I don't know if you're in the stream or if you're just doing eliminators because, yeah, it is we just joined the next lobby. Dream Crusher 420 365 is in here. Also, is Dream Crusher in the chat? Are you in the stream? Let me know, dude, because I see you in my lobbies all the time as well. Very, very curious, man. We might have some lurkers in here. But yeah, we got some familiar faces too. Some of the OGs. We got King Calorie in here. We got Maximus in here at the 2. Dude, for whatever reason, Maximus just gets pick 1 or pick 2 in every draft that he's in with me. What the hell? We got the Diamond Badger Chris right next to us as well. Legend Chris. Interesting draft room, man. It's a competitive one. I also forgot to check out this guy's team from the last draft. Who was at pick 2? Who started every position except receiver and then just took receivers. Maybe I'll go back and look at it. Sanka saying it's Chris. Yeah, we got Chris in here. Kurt off the bed. Yo, see you, Kurt. We'll be in touch, man. I'm gonna hit you up about Sunday. But thanks for stopping by. And yo, you drafted a 6 shipper as well, man. All right, 2 picks away. CMC goes at 5. Wow, Puka went at 1. Maximus with the gift of Gibbs. Oh my goodness, dude. All right, well, I'm getting JSN or St. Brown. Y'all know I love St. Brown, but if I get JSN at 8, all right. St. Brown, it is. Happy to get him. And yo, yeah, what's up, Maximus? We bring the good vibes for you. It seems like it, dude. I'll never forget. We did our 2 Bulldogs, right? The $75 drafts. We did 2 of them. Maximus got pick 1 in both. Like, come on, dude. And I got like pick 12 in both of them or something like that. Or in the back end. It just, yeah. I did not get nearly as lucky as you on that one. And Diamond Badge legend Chris takes Ashton Shenty. Yo, if Nez is still in here, I want to know, do you guys have like a group chat for Diamond Badgers or something like that? Is there like an exclusive club? I feel like there should be, man. That'd be kind of sick. Justin Jefferson's still on the board. He's been falling in these eliminators. He goes here at 15, so this guy starts CD Jefferson. 1 pick away. This is a tricky range for me, man. When I start St. Brown, it's tricky because I'm looking at Hampton and Achan. I don't like Hampton. I don't like him that much, man. I feel like he's expensive. Fuck it, dude. Fuck running backs in this draft. We're gonna get Pickens. We're gonna get weird. All right, we're getting wild in these ones. I don't know, dude. I don't feel good about Hampton. I like the missile. Achan, he has a week 6 bye, and so does St. Brown. And I have a lot of St. Brown and Achan already together. Just because they go in like similar parts of the draft so much, I never pull up Pickens. Let's get weird today, man. We only have 10 of these left. I don't want them all to be the same. We're going to get a little wild, and we'll find a way to catch up at running back. All right? No one else is doing this. Although I will say Pickens probably falls to like the 30s sometimes. And wow, we see Trey McBride going round 2 to Maximus. Haven't seen that in a while. Brock Bowers went at pick 21. I considered one of the elite tight ends. I considered Bowers, but I felt like pulling up the receiver instead. I think it's just kind of fun to do. And yeah, I'm going to be disregarding ADP for the most part in my last few drafts. We see Drake London go at pick 27 again. Went at pick 30 in the first draft we did. Nico at 28. Jeremiah Love and Kyron Williams are still here. I don't love Jeremiah in the Eliminator, but if he's here at 32, I would take him. Okay, he goes. Kyron's really not my favorite either, but at pick 32, we started 2 receivers. Yeah, I'll take Kyron. Sure. I like, I like that. I like that. You like that? You like that? Yeah, I like that. Starting St. Brown, and then we pull up Pickens, and then we get Kyron on the way back. Instead, we could have Hampton, and then I would have taken Devonta Smith. So St. Brown, Omarion Hampton, and Devonta Smith, or St. Brown, George Pickens, Kyron Williams. Hampton and Kyron, like, honestly, with how Hampton's being talked about, they might not be that different. Obviously, Hampton's a more talented running back, but bye week purposes too, yeah, exactly. Eric saying with the bye weeks, although um, Hampton has week 7, Achan has week 6. So Achan, we are deciding between two. Didn't want Achan because of the bye week, and I know I have a lot of combination with St. Brown. So let's just get a little weird, man. Let's get a little different in this one. Montgomery's off the board. That's unfortunate. There's still some really nice receivers here, too. Garrett Wilson might be hard to pass up on. I took Ladd in the last draft, but there's one player who I said I won every draft that I can get him in right now, and that's Colson Loveland. We're taking Colson Loveland here at pick 41. No hesitation. We also get the very important week 17 stack with St. Brown and Colson Loveland. As we know in the Eliminator, that is vital. It's a 1v3. I want every advantage we can get. Obviously joking. But I like this team, man. I like how it's starting out. Even though, sure, you can get Loveland at 56 and in the mid 50s with St. Brown. And I've done that all the time. But who gives a fuck, man? A lot of these guys in round 4, I feel like are going to be busts at their ADP anyways. Whereas Loveland, I just think he's going to be a smash pick. So I have no problem just taking a good pick and getting weird, man. It's what we're doing anyways in this draft. And there's a lot of receivers that can fall back to me at 56 that I'm going to be very happy with as well, who really aren't too much different from the other guys I would have been looking at. And I don't think there was really any running backs worth taking either. I know Scatabo went right after me. I don't know. Tootin, I'm getting more and more cold feet on. I didn't love him to start the year. I was kind of coming around to Tootin a bit. And now I'm kind of feeling a little more out. And then Judkins, Bucky, those guys aren't worth pulling up. So let's get your guys season, man. Give me Colson Loveland. Gonna love it. And you'll appreciate you, K-Space, letting us know. Do us a favor. Hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you are new or if you have not already, man. You might be around for a while and haven't hit that button. So, hey, check it out. We just hit 500. Maybe we can still get to 600 by the start of the NFL season, man. It's like a month away. We could do it. We could do it. All right, this guy snap clicked Luther Burden. I was gonna say, do I take the falling Burden if he's there? Adams, JMO, Price. Adams goes. Do I take JMO with St. Brown? I think what I really need to ask myself, is there any world where I could ever take Jadarian Price over Jameson Williams? And the answer is fuck no. Give me JMO. This is why we saved our week 6 buys, okay? So we can use it for Jameson motherfucking Williams. What a gift. We get Loveland and JMO. So instead of like T. Higgins, Ladd, T. Mac, Waddle, we took JMO. And on any given week, JMO can be better than all these guys. And I wouldn't be surprised if JMO finishes higher than all of these guys. I really wouldn't, man. Him and Goff on the same team. Or sorry, him and St. Brown on the same team. I'm not afraid to double up on those receivers. I mean, some people go to the way to take CeeDee Lamb and then George Pickens round 2, or take like Jamar Chase and then T. Higgins round 3. We're talking about JMO round 5, dude. And we've been talking about how much that defense sucks as well. So they might have to pass the ball a ton, late in games especially. Absolute smash pick. Now with this next one, I think I might have to take another running back. It's either Jalen Warren or Christian Watson for me. Rome Odunze is interesting too. I would take the falling Watson over him, but Jalen Warren would give us our second running back. I don't want Ramondre. Ramondre has the same bye week as Kyron. Carnell Tate goes. Do I want I think I'm gonna take Christian Watson, actually. Christian Watson's falling 7 picks. I don't have much of him. I'm gonna take him for uniqueness because one thing I really like to do when I have someone fall or sorry, when I reach for someone like 10 picks, if I can get another player to fall 10 picks, then that feels really, really strong and unique. And I feel like I can catch up at running back a bit. I'm already pushing it having only Kyron. So let me at least feel really strong at receiver. Get a guy who's falling, a divisional matchup as well. We have Chicago, Detroit, and Green Bay. I think, I mean, one thing that's not talked about too much in the Eliminator is getting players in the same division. We talk about week 17 matchups and, teams that play each other. Well, you're not going to get any more of that than you will with divisional games. They all play each other twice a year. And the NFC North in general, with Chicago, Detroit, Green Bay, and Minnesota, could be one of the most, high-powered divisions with also not elite defenses. Like the NFC West, for example, they're phenomenal teams, but the Seahawks, Rams, 49ers, they all have great defenses, as long as the Niners are healthy. Because when they lose everyone on defense, man, that's rough. Like last year. But obviously, Cardinals are ass. But NFC North, very nice. NFC South, too. One pick away. I'm not looking at a quarterback, although Pickens and Dak are kind of interesting. No, I think I need to get a running back. Give me Harvey. It's probably a terrible pick. Probably made some people cringe, but I want a high upside pick. Dobbins stuff going on right now too. Who knows what's going on with that? It's just when I look at my team and I think about players I can get later, when I'm looking at 104 and 113, my next 2 picks, this is a really, really sweet spot for quarterbacks. And there's no running backs available there anymore. So what I want with my next 2 picks is 2 running backs, and then I'm probably going to look at 2 quarterbacks. I only have Kyron, and this is the Eliminator. I think getting the running backs before the quarterbacks is more important. Caleb Williams is an option as well. I also took Harvey because Corum. I don't want Corum with Kyron. And I didn't take Chuba because I think there's a chance Chuba might come back to me at 89. And I'm not totally out on Chuba in the Eliminator, man. I think Jonathan Brooks is gonna have to earn his role a little bit. I don't know. Although Caleb at 89, man, is so hard to pass up. Hmm. What's Chris gonna do? Just take Caleb. Don't let me think about it. Okay, he does take Caleb. Chuba Hubbard, man, probably feels gross, but in this Eliminator, I think he's still gonna have the role to start the year. Even if it's 50-50, I think it's okay. If not, like, I'm having to pull up Monungai or JCM or Jordan Mason. Like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. When this is my running back room as well, like Kyron, Harvey, and Chuba, it's not that strong, especially when I only have Harvey as well. Getting Chuba, also a huge discount. It's only recently that he's falling, and most of this contest, Chuba is going like in the 60s. Chuba got banged up a bit last year. He got banged up a little bit. But yeah, appreciate all the likes, man. Appreciate all that. And I agree with Mark. Big year for JMO. Absolutely loving JMO. And yeah, St. Brown is tough with the week 6 buys because Chase Brown and Achan are there a lot of the time and doesn't feel so comfortable clicking them at all. But I do it because I like the players and I like um damn, this guy took Jordan Mason. I was hoping for Jordan Mason. Kenny Gainwell still here as well. Do I take Gainwell or do I take 2 quarterbacks? I think I'm going to go with Gainwell first. I still want to catch up at running back. If Gainwell's there, I'm going to take him. It's another week 10 bye with RJ Harvey, but that's okay. All the receivers are still here. There's a ton available. I know I'm pushing it for Goff, and I don't have any quarterbacks yet. St. Brown and JMO. Kind of want Goff when I have them stacked up. And I know I talked about taking 2 quarterbacks with my next 2 picks, but I just want to feel good at running back. And we got, is this number 5? Member number 5, Maximus? Bro, let's go, dude. Welcome to the supporter squad. Appreciate you, man. That means a lot. Thank you. Thank you. And hopefully, you'll make that money back with all the plus EV you get joining these drafts with pick 1 and pick 2, Because, dude, Gibbs is paying the bills. And you got a gift with Gibbs in this one, too. This guy taking Puka at 1. My goodness, man. Now, I didn't realize Dream Crusher at 12 does have Sam Laporta, but he also has 2 quarterbacks already. Takes Alec Pierce at 108. Damn, he's fallen a lot. And who else? I mean, we have other options at quarterback if we don't get Goff. Obviously, I would just prefer Goff the most with St. Brown and JMO. It's a lot of week 6 buys, but they're also my only players with week 6 buys. Dream Crusher. Is he going to crush my dreams? Taking his full clock and takes Diggs. All right. Diggs stacked up with Jaden. Makes sense for him. These guys also only have 1 quarterback, though, so it does make me a little nervous. Worthy's off the board. Stafford and Kyler are still here. Jordan Love would also be an option with Christian Watson, of course. 2 picks away. Happy Migos. All right. Takes Goff. Great. Oh, well. I still have options. Jordan Love is still here. Matthew Stafford is too. I kind of like Matthew Stafford more than Jordan Love. Even though I have Watson, I would rather take Stafford. We'll see what Chris does. Chris going with Jacoby Myers. So I'm going to take Stafford. I do have Kyron, so it's not no correlation. But I wonder if I would prefer getting Goff and Stafford instead of Kenny Gainwell. We'll have to see. We'll see who else we get at quarterback and if we would have preferred the stack with Goff, but chose to push it a little bit for the running back. Quarterback's just not going to be as important. Kyler and Baker both go off the board, though. Going to have to keep our eye on that. So does Shuck. So seems like quarterbacks are not falling in this draft like they did in the last one. Shuck went at like 137 in one of the other drafts that we did. But we do also see running backs getting pulled up. Aaron Jones, 117, C-Rod, 119, and then Keaton Missile, 120. People get excited for these running backs, man. They get real excited. We are 4 picks away. I mean, I don't want to jinx anything. It's probably going to get taken from me anyways, but Jordan Love is still available. This guy has 3 quarterbacks. This guy has 0 though. All right, yeah, there it goes. I wasn't going to get too excited about Jordan Love there. Didn't really think it would come back to me. We're 1 pick away though. Tyrone Tracy is the top running back available. I'm really considering just taking him and being done. Debo's there. I think I want the running back more. It's kind of the theme of this, let's stick with it. We started pushing quarterback to take Kenny Gainwell. Let's just keep pushing quarterback a bit and get Tyrone Tracy. Feels good as my 5th. If I want to stop at 5, I can. But this might be a 6 running back room. We'll do a quick recap. We have a 1-5-4-1. Matthew Stafford at quarterback. Running backs Kyron, Harvey, Chuba, Gainwell, and Tyrone Tracy. Receivers, we have St. Brown, George Pickens, Jameson Williams, Christian Watson, and then Colson Loveland is our tight end. I like this team. I like how it's coming together. And we're going to land this plane, man. Our receivers absolutely fuck. Our tight end is incredible. Our running backs, we got a lot of volume and we caught up well there. Quarterback, we still need to catch up on, but we have Matthew Stafford. I mean, NFL MVP Matthew Stafford. 99 overall in Madden, Matthew Stafford, because we all know that matters. All right. Ferguson, Kincaid, Debo, and Mark Andrews all off the board. A lot of these tight ends going. This is a big tight end pocket. I have Loveland, though. I'm not desperate. Willis goes. Daniel Jones goes. Not going to lie, I was a little afraid that might happen. And the thing is, out of all of those quarterbacks, the one I like the most is Sam Darnold. The only thing with Darnold is he has a week 11 bye with Matthew Stafford. CJ Stroud goes. I need a quarterback too, so I am going to take Darnold. I'm going to get a third. I kind of need a third now when I have 2 week 11 buys, but I'm going to go with Darnold. And I think I might have regretted this Gainwell pick. I think I would prefer Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford. And then I can be done at 2 quarterbacks. I think that's one lesson I'm learning in August as kind of the more casual crowd is coming in. One thing they tend to do is take quarterbacks. They don't let quarterbacks fall. They take quarterbacks. They take them unstacked, uncorrelated. Doesn't matter. They get their guys. Not just in the Eliminator too, in all formats. So in some of my recent best ball manias, if you saw yesterday's stream, got sniped on quarterbacks unnecessarily. So I think I might be a little more conservative with my quarterbacks going forward. Although there are still some lobbies where like Shuck fell to like almost 140 in our last draft. Still a lot of running backs available. I can take 6 and then go 7 receivers, 2 tight ends probably. Although if I want to stop at 2 tight ends, I probably want my second one here. We're learning that this guy, GRNBP, he likes his really extreme builds. This guy likes just taking one position at a time for the most part. We've seen that in a couple drafts now. Tyler Algier is still here. That's interesting. So is Hunter Henry, though. I think Algier is just the best pick. Yeah, I'm going to take Tyler Algier. 11 picks past ADP. We get a running back 6. Different bye week as well. I'll try it. Just another guy that could possibly hit our flex, fall in the end zone. Hunter Henry would have been the other pick for me, but I have Loveland. And I can push a second tight end. I'm probably more comfortable pushing tight end 2 with Loveland than most. I want a third quarterback. Bryce Young and Aaron Rodgers are here. I think one of them is probably just the pick to make with how quarterbacks have been going in this draft. If either fall back to me, I think I'm going to take them. Trey Tucker goes to King Calorie. That was a nice pick as well. I would have been interested in Trey Tucker. Dream Crusher. What are you doing? Don't crush my dreams. Takes Juwan Jennings. You can have him. I don't need no Juwan Jennings. Who else are you going with, Mr. Dream Crusher? I still only have 4 receivers, but my 4 receivers are sick. St. Brown, Pickens, JMO, Christian Watson. So sick. All right, 2 picks away, 2 quarterbacks I'm interested in. There goes Dylan Sampson. So I'm going to get one of them. I would take Bryce Young over Aaron Rodgers unstacked. We'll see what Chris does. Come on now. Man, what's with people getting this like extra 5 seconds? Like all the time, dude. It's like 10 seconds extra. It's been on zeros. Bro, I'm not lagging, am I? This guy's been on 0 for 10 seconds. Well, at least I have 2 guys in my queue that I'm going to be happy with, but I don't know. Y'all tell me, am I lagging or is this draft frozen? Bro. Yo, Chris got like a full minute on the clock. All right, well, I'm taking Bryce Young. This guy's in cahoots with Underdog. This is how he gets the diamond badge. This is the diamond badge treatment. You can just pause drafts if you want to think more. Yeah, that was weird. All right, it was happening for Maximus as well, who is in this draft with us. And yeah, we need to investigate Chris, man. He is pausing drafts. Yo, Nez, do you get this as well with the diamond badge treatment? Do you get the pause drafts? Is there a little button up here next to like autopilot that says pause? And you get like 10 seconds extra. And like once in a while, you get like one a week or like one a day, something like that. They let you see into your queues. Dude, that would be sick. Yo, how insane would that be? If you could like click on a name and it pops up their queue with their name. Dude, that would be insane, man. Yeah, these diamond badge benefits. Abby asking why our draft in July got canceled. I don't know. They don't give like a clear reason or example. They just say, we found some things that were weird or didn't make sense, and they have their reasons. It was a pretty good team though. From what I was looking at, it had a round 7 Parker Washington. So that kind of blows. Ryan Flournoy is still here. I have Pickens, although I need another tight end too. I think I want my tight end first. Yeah, these guys don't have a lot. I'm going to take Pat Frymouth. Frymouth feels like the best guy here as my second. Maybe I should have taken Aaron Rodgers over Bryce Young. And then I could have backstacked Aaron Rodgers with Frymouth. But, yo, are we getting the Diamond Badge treatment right here too? We're pausing the draft right here too. Yo, don't look. I don't know, man. Sometimes it does that. But I would have liked to push tight end, but King Calorie only has one, and all of these other guys only have two. So I'm not going to get too cute pushing at a tight end. I know I had Matthew Stafford as well. Terrence Ferguson's a stack with Stafford. I just don't care. I don't care about the stacks. Not in this tournament. Now, we're just going to queue up our – actually, no, I'm not going to queue up my guys because, yo, King Calorie's out here. You might – some people need the Diamond Badge to be able to look into other people's queue. Other people just watch a streamer and get in their drafts. And then you can actually see into their queue. It's funny how that works. So I purposely don't queue my queue. But if Ryan Flournoy's here, man, at 185, I was going to take him with my last pick. Let's look at tight ends. Yeah, no more tight ends available. So I am happy that I took Frymouth. Is Chris going to let me get Flournoy? Yo, he's doing it again. He's pausing the draft. Nope, takes Flournoy. That sucks. Pat Bryant's a name that's been getting a lot of buzz. Let's take a share of him here. I'm happy with Pat Bryant, round 16. I'm taking just 3 straight receivers. Everyone knows that, so who cares about ADP? I pushed it hard at receiver. Pause. But my top 4 are just so good. JMO, Pickens, St. Brown, Christian Watson. And then didn't take another receiver until round 16. It's kind of fun to do, man. Kind of fun to do. Pay you 6 figures, you'll do anything. Oh, gosh. Throw is subjective. Yeah, I mean, like if you guys were in here for the first draft that we did, there was a team that took Lamar Jackson at pick 3 and a team that took Josh Allen at pick 6 in the same damn draft. But the rest of their draft was normal, so I don't think it's going to be a problem. I will say, though, I do have some teams that have been drafted like months ago that I definitely thought were going to get canceled and haven't been canceled. So I don't really know what's going on with that and how Underdog, decides what meets their criteria of teams getting canceled. I don't know. I'd be really curious to see. I'm sure they have some AI algorithm or something trying to catch teams or people's IP addresses as well. Like if you and 3 of your buddies always hop in like the same drafts and then you don't necessarily like reach on a bunch of players, but you collude and specifically don't take certain players to try and let your buddy get them. I'm sure they're looking to IP addresses and everything like that. I want booty. We get booty. I know we're getting some similar bye weeks. We have 2 6s, we have 2 11s, but I also just want the best players. You have to get to those weeks anyways. Now, with my last receiver, this is one where it gets a little tricky. I don't love any of the guys left. I know people are going crazy about Cyrus Allen. Obviously not taking Tesla when I have St. Brown and JMO. Ted Hurst has been getting a lot of love. Malachi Fields talked about as the 2. Devon Vele is always just like a safe, comfortable click. Fuck. Dude, Torrey Horton would be such a sick pick on this team. But I already have 2 week 11 buys. I don't know if I want a third, man. That gets a little thin. But Torrey Horton would be such a fun pick. I just don't know if I want 3 of the same bye week, man. That's a lot. Ted Hurst, Tyquan Thornton, Xavier Legette, stack Legette with Bryce Young. I don't know. Ted Hurst, we have another week 10 bye, and Pat Bryant. Damn, Xavier Legette goes. I don't even get him if I want him. Tyquan Thornton feels fine. I feel like we've heard nothing about Tyquan Thornton in training camp. It's either Horton or Hurst. TH or TH. I think I'm going to go with Ted Hurst. I completely missed like every stacking opportunity I could have had for this team. Taking Bryce Young over Rodgers and then like taking Frymouth. I don't regret taking Booty because I still like Booty a lot more than Torrey Horton, Ted Hurst, any of those other guys. I love Booty. Love Booty. But I don't want 3 of the same bye weeks when I only have 7 receivers. If I have 8, I could convince myself it's okay, but 7 is a little too thin. So let's recap this team. We have a 3-6-7-2. Matthew Stafford, Sam Darnold, Bryce Young at quarterback. Running backs, Kyron Williams, RJ Harvey, Chuba Hubbard, Kenny Gainwell, Tyron Tracy, Tyler Algier. Receivers, Amon-Ra St. Brown, George Pickens, Jameson Williams, Christian Watson, Pat Bryant, Kayshon Boutte, Ted Hurst. You know what? Pushing my last 3 receivers to my last 3 picks really does not feel that bad. And then Loveland and Freiermuth at tight end is good enough. So the running back room is an interesting one on this team. I'm wondering if Kenny Gainwell was the right pick or if I should have just taken Jared Goff instead. I did end up with Darnold and Bryce Young, who are fine options. And my running back room does feel really solid and feels a lot better with Gainwell, especially when I have Harvey. It's kind of the thing. Like Harvey, I'm almost treating like a bit of a 0. But if Dobbins is just like injured or catches the injury bug again this season, Harvey's going to be a smash. So I'm cool with it, man. And how many eliminators do we have left? We have 10. I do want to hop in another draft. I'm wondering if I want to hop in an eliminator or if I want to do a Pitbull 2. Pitbull 2. I only have 3 left. I'm considering saving them maybe for like my 10-hour live stream Sunday. I'm probably just going to do a bunch of puppies during that 10-hour live stream Sunday because 10 hours is a long time, man. Could be an expensive draft to do. But let's do it, man. Let's hop in a Pitbull 2. See if we can even fill it. All right, we're waiting for 4, so that's not bad. If you have any Pitbull 2s left and you want to hop in one, let me know. Hop in. I love this tournament structure as well. Not gonna lie, like I kind of want to do these more off stream just because I really like them, but they're fun to do on stream as well. And I like doing them on stream because when I win a tournament this year, I would love to have the recording of it. That would be incredible. We get pick 5. All right. Oh fuck, dude. We got Nez in here at 3. We got Maximus at 2. Killer Kazoo at 7. Whohames at 6. Yo, who are you in the chat? Are you in the chat? Who? Did you dream of that happening? Hell yeah, dude. All right. How great would that be though? Just having the recording of your winning draft. Like any draft would be cool, but BBM would be incredible. And yeah, Abby, dude, this one I'm talking about. Maximus would pick 2 back to back. I'm telling you, man, anytime Maximus hops in my drafts, he gets pick 1 or pick 2. It happens all the time, dude. And who Hames, you out here? Or is this just a quinky dink? Let us know, man. But we got Whohames as our neighbor. We got Nez in here at 3. It's a tricky one, man. It's a tricky one. And I'm at pick 5, which I don't necessarily love. I've been getting weird, pushing JSN a bit. If I could get one of the top 4, obviously that would be ideal. But I'm considering flipping the board a bit, if I'm being honest. Or I just be boring and I take JSN. Oh, damn. Nez is getting wild out here, though. Takes Jonathan Taylor. So, hey, thank you for letting me get Puka at 5. You made my pick very easily. But I respect the board flip. I was thinking about doing it myself. I was thinking about going Genty. Or Cook. Those are my 2 favorite guys to pull up because obviously they never fall this far in the second. And no one really pulls them up that much, especially James Cook. I don't really see Cook get pulled up all that much at all. And I mean, he was just one of the best running backs in the league last year. Phenomenal. I'm pretty sure he led the league in rushing, if I'm not mistaken. Now, if the Colts didn't absolutely fall apart, I'm sure Jonathan Taylor would have, but he's good, man. Maximus saying he should do all his drafts with me. And there's who. Didn't even have a clue. Yeah, sorry, buddy. We were doing eliminators all night, but just decided to hop in a Pitbull because these are some fun too, man. I only have 3 left. Only have 2 left after this. And yeah, of course, we end up with Whohames unintentionally, end up with Nez as well. And then Maximus just claiming the 2 spot as he does in every draft. Of course. And now, one thing I always have to do as well is try and rewire my brain a little bit because this is a completely different tournament. We just did 3 straight eliminators, something like that, or 4. Did we do 4 or 3? I don't know. But Pitbull, 2 out of 12, 1 out of 6, 1 out of 5, 156 seat final for 100K up top. So 156 is not too absurd for a final size. And 100K is a pretty nice first place prize. So this is a really, really fun tournament. 1 out of 6, 1 out of 5 is not too crazy to get there either. So this is really one of my favorite tournament structures. I hope they do a 3rd one. It takes a while to fill though, just because it's a 10 entry max, which is okay. All right, 2 picks away. Killer Kazoo, Whohames. We're surrounded by friends and family. Started with Puka Nakua. Bowers goes. Whohames takes the big dog. I would have liked some Derrick Henry. But here's one thing about this tournament. ADPs don't matter. So I'm going to take Neighbors at pick 20. This is a great way to get more exposure to Malik Neighbors if you have not drafted much of him in round 4. I didn't take a ton of him. And this tournament, when it opened, Neighbors was already going like early round 3 or in round 2. So taking him with Puka, very, very justifiable here and allows me to get different in my own portfolio while still having a team that's competitive with others in the tournament. I really would have liked Derrick Henry though. I've been kind of fading Derrick Henry this offseason, and I think I might be wrong about that. The more I think about it, the more I can't come up with a reason why Derrick Henry should just fall off this year. There's kind of no reason. All right, what's Nez going to do? JT, Drake London. Fun start right there. Takes Zay Flowers. I started with Puka Neighbors. If I can get Jeremiah Love here, home run pick. And he gets taken. Breece Hall is being talked about as a potential bell cow, which, I mean, that's what we like to hear as fantasy owners. But honestly, Devonta Smith, I still like him more. So I'm going to take him. 3 receiver start for me. See if we can land this plane, man. Our testosterone was getting a little too high in those eliminators, taking all those running backs. We need to, like, estrogen out a little bit and take some of these receivers, okay? We need to piss a little bit. I don't know why the fuck I just said estrogen out. That was weird. Disregard that, man. I've been streaming for over 2 hours, okay? Who saying that Henry on underdog is just solid. Yeah, I'm thinking about Derrick Henry more and more. Not about in football terms, and week 13 bye is always nice as far as like the eliminator is concerned. But in other tournaments, man, their schedule is just one of the easiest. And last year, like I've been saying, I'm taking Zay Flowers because the Ravens were ass last year, and all that, and they're going to be better this year. Well, Derrick Henry still had almost 1,600 yards and 16 touchdowns on a dog shit Ravens team. I'm trying to find reasons as to why that's bad. Now, to be fair, his week 17 game definitely definitely helped those numbers. And I will say the one thing that gives some concern still is the fumbling issues. If the fumbling issues really are just a big deal from last year and they carry forward, that's not good. But they have a new head coach, so who knows, man? Who knows how it's going to turn out? And yeah, dude, we say weird things when it gets late at night, and we've been streaming for a while. We just gotta estrogen out sometimes, man. Just sometimes you just gotta do it. And you know why? Because all these receivers do is whine. Fuck, dude. I'm sorry to any woman watching right now. That was not intended to sound very rude towards women. but all these receivers, man, they're just big crybabies. They throw temper tantrums. They it seems like once a month they seem to lose their shit. I know we have like 4 women who watch. I love you. All right, we're on the clock. Josh Jacobs, Dave Montgomery. Dude, is it bad that I actually just like Dave Montgomery straight up more than Josh Jacobs at this point? Because I do. I don't know, man. I'm a little spooked on Josh Jacobs. He has the injury stuff going on now as well. Don't know what's going on with that. Everyone seems to have a groin issue, man. I'm just trying to distract myself from the chat because yeah, we're trying not to get canceled right before we literally get our first couple dollars made on stream. Gonna get canceled right away. Sorry to the I think that there's 4 women that I know about. So shout out to you guys, the token women. But we let Nez get Josh Jacobs at 46. He's clearly pretty happy about it. I don't know, dude. I do kind of just like Dave Montgomery more. And I know I'm not going to get JMO. So that sucks. Yeah, there he goes. No JMO for us. I could take another running back in Quinshon Judkins, Devontae Adams. Puka and Adams together. I still don't know if I'm all the way sold on it. But I think I'm going to on this team. Could do a hero running back with Montgomery, or we just take Judkins. Nah, let's take Adams, man. Let's go for it. I don't often go with the double Rams. And we're estrogening out in this draft, man. We'll let Hams take Judkins. We've been going hard on the running backs. High testosterone in this stream. So we'll go with Adams. And yeah, Hams is glad because dude, I'm with you, man. Sometimes you're deciding between 2 players and it's so hard to make the decision that you kind of want the person before you just to take one of them. And that's what we did there. David Montgomery versus Josh Jacobs is going to be the big one, though. I know most people are going to disagree with the Josh Jacobs. But just it's the vibes, man. The vibes just are not good. And last year, towards the end of the year, I know he was getting a little banged up, but he looked like he was really slowing down. Whereas David Montgomery, I still think he's got a lot left in the tank, and I think he's got a chip on his shoulder, man. I really do. Saw some clips of him in training camp too, and he looks damn good. Haven't seen nothing on Josh Jacobs. Apparently, the NFL is still investigating Jacobs as well. Haven't heard anything about that. Assuming nothing's going to come of it whatsoever. But still interesting to keep in mind. Now, Hams, are you going to let me get Jalen Warren? Takes Burrow with T. Higgins. Makes sense. I'm going to take Jalen Warren. I want a second running back when I have David Montgomery. So I'm going to do that. I already have 2 week 11 buys with Puka as well. A little less interested in Ramondre right there. Yeah, I don't think anything comes this year with Josh Jacobs. But I will say I'm a little more spooked on Josh Jacobs falling off this year than I am Derrick Henry when I think about it. Even though Derrick Henry is like a decade older. I don't know, man. Josh Jacobs. All right, Maximus. Taking Jalen Hurts. Not going to lie, I was hoping Jalen Hurts would fall back to 77. Would have been fun to stack Hurts with Smith right there. But that's all right. We will pivot. We will adapt. Nez also took a naked Drake May. Bodie in here at 4. Got Jaden Daniels with Terry McLaurin. That's always a fun stack. Although I will say the left tackle getting hurt really does give me some concern. Now, do I just go with Tony Pollard right here? It's so boring. I could get wild, pull up a guy. Tucker Craft goes. Yeah, I think I'm just going to make the boring click and take Pollard. I think maybe I would have preferred to take Jalen Hurts round 6 now and then got a running back round 7. But I was thinking, you know, Daniels, May, Caleb, Hurts, these guys are all still there. Hurts probably falls back to me, but nope. Each person took a quarterback, but that's okay. We'll pivot. It's kind of funny though, because I think I was just saying in the last draft that yeah, quarterbacks don't seem to fall very much recently. I should probably stop getting greedy and just taking them early. Well, learn my lesson one more time. But hey, we got a plan, okay? We got a plan. Trevor Lawrence, 79, Herbert, 83. Killer Kazoo's not messing around. Had Brian Thomas fall to him at 66. Took Trevor Lawrence because the Parker Washington drafter was there, but they took Herbert as well. So everyone got their guy. Damn, Huhame's still mad at Jacobs for giving him 0.3 points in 30% of your finals teams last year. Ouch, dude. Ouch. Yeah, I would have a bit of a vendetta against Josh Jacobs for those reasons too. And I mean, Green Bay and Houston play each other week 17. They're playing each other. So who do you think has a better game in that specific game? Green Bay versus Houston. Who has a better game? Josh Jacobs or David Montgomery? It's actually pretty interesting to think about. Chuba Hubbard is still here. I'm tempted just to do it. He's been falling a lot. Or we just throw ADP out the window completely. And we say it's get your guys season. We say it's Jordan Mason season. No, I'm going to take Chuba. I'm taking some shares of Chuba when he's falling. Because if Jonathan Brooks does turn out to be nothing or gets hurt again, Chuba, where he's going, is just going to be a smash. I want to catch up at running back. Started 4 receivers and then 4 running backs. I don't build like this often, but I'm open to trying some things. Pause. Diggs at 93 is aggressive. Huhame's moving up Harvey a little with the Dobbin stuff. I took Harvey in an eliminator in the last draft. Damn. Chuba went at 116 on DK. I have seen Chuba fall a lot. And I am just willing to take him in the 90s when he's falling. Because I didn't really take him at all when he was going like in the 60s or 70s. And there's still some worlds where he's just a fine player. And with quarterbacks, I am not going to mess around. There's really no world where Stafford should get taken when I have Puka and Adams. Dart is here as well. I could take Dart to stack up with Neighbors and then try and push Stafford. That is an option. I just don't like Dart. No, I'm going to get Stafford. I have the double. Let me do it. Stafford, Puka, Adams. We'll try and listen to our own advice and not get greedy at quarterback, not try and push it. Let me just get the guy I want. and I want Matthew Stafford. I do think I would have preferred still having Jalen Hurts over Jalen Warren. Because if I had Hurts and Stafford, obviously that's two really, really strong quarterbacks. I would be at 3 running backs right now, but I feel like I can probably just catch up with volume later. Who knows though? Dart might still come back to us. I've seen Dart fall to like the 116, 120 before. I actually think I have a team with him at 116 with neighbors as well. And yo, what's up, Wilson? Welcome. Welcome. Happy Monday. And I'm a little undecided if this is going to be my last draft or not, or if I want to rip one more. I'm not sure. But if y'all could do me a favor, man, go down, hit that like button for me, subscribe if you're new. We hit 500 subscribers, man, and it feels incredible. So if y'all want to see if we can hit 600 by the start of the NFL season, that would be amazing. Jackson Dart is off the board, 111. Bo Nix right after, 112. Huh. Yeah, quarterback's a little thin now. Kind of wish I had Jalen Hurts. Damn, even Tyler Shuck gets taken. Goff off the board. Myers is still here. Wandale is still here. We could take Baker as a second quarterback if we're feeling a little desperate. I'm going to push it, though. Let's go Wandale. I like Wandale. I think I barely got that click in time. Yo, we hit the pause button on Underdog again. We tripped out the system. Yo. After we called out the diamond badge privilege by hitting the pause button, Underdog gave us 2 pauses. Let us pause the draft twice. They're like, yo, stop talking about it, and we'll let you do it too, okay? Baker off the board. No more receivers. Sorry, no more quarterbacks. But we can get some receivers. We can get some back stacks. We have a plan, okay? We always got a plan. And we always got backup plans too. We stay ready around here, man. Myers has been falling like a rock, man. If y'all saw the big eliminator that I did, I think yesterday, I got Jacoby Myers at 132. Literally at the 11-12 turn, I got Jacoby Myers. In an eliminator too, which was wild. Damn, Maximus goes Kincaid. I actually did want Kincaid right there, not going to lie. And then I kind of wanted Kelsey too. I'll be honest. Kind of wanted Kelsey. It's all right, dude. We'll push tight end. We can always push tight end, man. See what Bodie does. This guy only has 2 running backs. And he takes C-Rod. Damn. I kind of wanted some C-Rod. Do we just say screw ADP? Let's get your guy season. Let's get the missile. Yeah. Man, missile getting some good coach speak. This is pretty early, I will say, 125. I would have taken Chris Rodriguez. Just catching up at running back because I feel really strong at receiver. I feel real strong at running back now. I don't know, man. I don't build like this very often, but we're getting weird out here, man. Oh, damn. Blunt's about to start a stream? Hell yeah, dude. All right. Well, since Nice and Blunt's starting a stream right now, or soon, yeah, Nice and Blunt's starting to stream in a bit. So this will be the last draft. And then, yeah, we can go hang out in Nice and Blunt stream. because he's the homie as well. We love Blunt. And honestly, this probably should be my last draft because I I gotta stop doing normal drafts after doing the eliminators because I feel like it fucks up everything. I feel like I draft way worse after I do a bunch of eliminators. Um, so I gotta maybe keep that in mind a little bit, man, and do eliminators after. Yeah, I don't know. This team's not terrible. We can land the plane. Like I got a plan. Don't you worry. Tight ends are a little thin though. We have 0, so we're pushing tight end. Maybe a little too much, but we'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out. Now, I do want Cam Ward. It's one reason I took Wandale because he does give us a backstack option. Malik Willis goes. 2 guys before us both have 2 quarterbacks already. Although Tyrone Tracy's still here. No, I can't push it. Darnold and Stroud both go. We need Cam Ward. So you know what? I am actually fine with pulling up the missile because even though Tracy and Marks are still here, I needed the quarterback. There wasn't a quarterback worth taking in the last round. So at least I got the running back I wanted. I got the quarterback I wanted. We can be happy about that. We'll do a little recap. Matthew Stafford, Cam Ward at quarterback. Probably want a third, but we'll see. Running backs, Dave Montgomery, Jalen Warren, Tony Pollard, Chuba Hubbard, and Keaton Missile. Receivers, Puka Nakua, Malik Neighbors, Devonta Smith, Devontae Adams, Wandale Robinson. I kind of like it. If the running backs we can pull together. See, I feel like if you were reading this team off and you said Josh Jacobs instead of Dave Montgomery, it would like look better and sound better. But I feel like having David Montgomery just is better. That's just where I'm at, man. Maybe I'm a little too Dave Montgomery pilled. I don't know. Well, fuck, dude. Nez takes Marshawn Lloyd at 147, so maybe he's a little worried about Josh Jacobs as well. Yeah, ADP does not matter at all, man. Chig or Strange. I'm gonna get my first tight end here. I do like the falling Chig. Brenton Strange is great as well, but I'm gonna still go with Chig. Oh, pause, dude. Pause. I'm not even reading this out loud. But yo, that's funny, Who Hames. That's funny. Yo, what's up, fantasy football enjoyer? Fairly odd gerant today. There you go. Appreciate the good vibes. And Knight definitely is going solid, man. I mean, hey, we got our first few members. We got our first super chat donation. It's a great night, man. It's incredible. Had no plans on making any money from this, but dude, I made a couple dollars. That's cool, man. And for anyone who doesn't know about our memberships, I have not thought about what I'm going to do for like member only specific stuff. I know a lot of people do member only streams and like team reviews and stuff like that. I don't want to change too much of my content just for money. At least not right now. I kind of just want to keep doing what I'm doing. And there's only 1 month left of drafting, really. So for August, I figured out memberships. I would just put them at the cheapest possible price I could. It's literally like $1. So if you want to be a member, I titled it, I just want to support. And if you just want to support, I appreciate it, man. It means a lot. Who Hames also had Chig and Strange in his queue. Well, there you go, man. Just helping you make some decisions. No problem. See Bryce Young go. I would have been a little interested in Bryce Young. a third quarterback probably feels better on this team, and I have Chuba, so it's at least some correlation. Jaden Blue's gone. Trey Tucker's like the last real receiver here. I don't know if I need him though. There's running backs here too. Yeah, I'll take Trey Tucker. And yo, who Hames? 10 gifted memberships? Dude, that's insane. Dude, thank you. That's amazing, man. Appreciate that big time. Do I have to do something with that? Or is it just like automatically give them to people? Because I didn't see them like pop up in the chat. Y'all let me know how that works. I have no idea. Obviously. But yo, appreciate that, Who Hames. Hell yeah, dude. Man, this is so cool. Nice. Got to look it up on the YouTube side. Normally it pops up, but you think it's broke. Yeah, maybe there's something I still need to set up or something. I don't know. I literally just got all the stuff set up like an hour or two before I started streaming. So I'll have to look into that. Probably easier to do off stream, or maybe I can do it quickly after we finish this draft. But yo, thank you, man. That's very generous. And staying locked in, man. We are one pick away. Gadsden, dude, falling like crazy. Bunch of tight ends still here. I need a tight end. I don't have a choice. I need a tight end. Who do I want? Barner's always the click I like to make. It's Barner or Schultz, but I still just like AJ Barner a lot more. I have so much AJ Barner, but I'm happy with it. Who Ham saying I had to donate since I crushed you in this draft. I don't know, man. I'm not even gonna disagree with that. I haven't seen your team yet. I'll take a look after, but I don't know. My team, I kind of fumbled it. It's kind of ass. Not my best work, man. And I don't really love having a shitty team in this tournament either because I like this tournament so much. But I don't love my team. I really don't. Who knows though? Like our running backs still are pretty good. And if Dave Montgomery turns out how I think he could, then it's pretty strong. And I think I might have to stop at 5 running backs. Dave Montgomery, Tyler Warren. Sorry, Dave. I'm so fucking dyslexic, dude. Dave Montgomery, Jalen Warren, Tony Pollard, Chuba Hubbard, Keaton, Missile. It is good enough to stop at 5. Receivers, Puka Nacua, Malik Neighbors, Devonta Smith, Devontae Adams, Wandale, and Trey Tucker. Honestly, I could probably stop at 6 if I want to. Chig, Barner. I could be looking at 3-6-6-3. Could be looking at 3-5-7-3. But I do think I want a third quarterback and a third tight end. All right, well, I wanted Fernando Mendoza. I was hoping he came back to me because I took Trey Tucker. Not great. I might just end up rocking with straight up Stafford and Ward and get stronger at my other positions. Damn, there goes Gunnar Helm even. Don't love to see that. Holy dude. This room was tough, man. Well, I'm going to take Brian Robinson. For whatever reason, no one likes this guy anymore. And since I'm boxed out at quarterback, I'm just going to get another running back. Huham saying one of his first pit bulls is one of his least favorite teams also. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Kind of sucks when you get a dud team in a good tournament. Even though, like, I mean, yeah, you have 10 entries in this tournament, but also like it's only 10. For us sickos that like the max stuff, it's not that many. I'm trying to figure out this membership chat, uh this membership thing. Still got to figure it out, man. Probably easier off stream. I'll ask AI or some shit. Oh, dude, how crazy do I want to get? Did I just take Naked Gino? I'm considering just getting real wild in these streets. What's Bodie gonna do? Tight ends are completely wiped, man. Cole Kmet has already been taken at tight end for God's sake. Colby Parkinson is here. Dude, I feel like getting so crazy. We're taking Gino. Taking Gino as our third quarterback. And I'm going to queue him up because I don't care. If you want to snipe him, take him. But I'm queuing up Mason Taylor. We're full fading Kenyon Sadiq. Mason Taylor, round 18. No one has him. He's the reason I win the Pitbull 2. No one else is brave enough to draft Mason Taylor. Even though there's someone brave enough to draft Cole Kmet in this tournament. This guy has TJ Hawkinson, Mike Gesicki, and Cole Kmet. So, you know what? At least my team does not suck as much as this guy. And he botched a Jahmyr Gibbs team. So we can all thank him for that. I don't know, man. You can get by, but Hawkinson, Gesicki, and Kmet are just so ass. We have a Charlie Kolar sighting. Charlie Kolar sighting. Let's go. Man, I'm still trying to figure out this fucking gifted membership thing. I mean, I'm just looking at YouTube on my phone right now. I'll figure it out. Michael Mayer is off the board too. This is like the deepest tight end draft that I've ever seen. I don't know if I've seen more tight ends get drafted than in this draft. I will say, though, if Colby Parkinson's there, I have kind of a hard time taking Mason Taylor above Colby Parkinson. But I kind of just want to take Mason Taylor for the bit. Fuck it, dude. We're taking Mason Taylor. Let's ride. This team's probably dead anyway, so why not have some fun in the meantime? Think it's messed up on YouTube? Okay. I didn't know if there's something you have to like, you know, enable or allow or anything like that. But I don't know if anyone happened to get a gifted membership from Who Hames. Let me know. I'm curious to see. But we'll figure it out. All right. We're going to take a look at our team. We're going to take a look at Nez's team, and we're going to take a look at Who Hames' team. So, I mean, if you like projected points, my team projects well for points. I drafted a 3-6-6-3. Interesting build, but you know what, man? I don't draft many teams like this, and I'm willing to do it. We have Matthew Stafford, Cam Ward, Geno Smith. How different would this team look if I just took Jalen Hurts instead of Jalen Warren? I think it would have felt a lot better. But running backs, we got Dave Montgomery, Jalen Warren, Tony Pollard, Chuba Hubbard, Keaton Missile, and Brian Robinson. Running back room turned out pretty good. I don't mind having Dave Montgomery as my one. And I do actually just like him over Josh Jacobs, even though the name Josh Jacobs, if we saw Josh Jacobs at the top here, it would probably look like a better running back room. But I'm playing in the real world, okay? And that's the bet I'm making. Receivers, Puka Nakua, Malik Neighbors, Devonta Smith, Devontae Adams, Wandale Robinson, and Trey Tucker. I do think it is okay stopping at 6. It might be a little thin, but Wandale as number 5 gives us a good blanket. And then Adams and Puka, we're betting big on these Rams guys. Neighbors, we took him in the second round. Hopefully he's a stud. Devonta Smith, no AJ Brown, could be a stud. Trey Tucker, I was really hoping for Fernando Mendoza, but possible wide receiver 1 there too. Tight ends, Chig, Barner, Mason Taylor. Yeah, pretty bad, honestly. We'll keep it real, okay? We should not be seeing Mason Taylor on many best ball teams, but hey, sometimes you get desperate. All right, Nez 2772. Drake May, Patrick Mahomes. Pulled up Jonathan Taylor to 3. Always getting weird, man. Don't hate it. Josh Jacobs, Ramondre, Marshawn Lloyd. Not too confident in the Josh Jacobs, it seems. Pulling him up to 147. Zach Charbonnet, and then Katron Allen, Jordan James, couple of rookies to finish it off. Receivers, Drake London, Zay Flowers, Jamison Williams. Then took a little break, got Worthy, Boston, Adonai Mitchell, Jerry Judy. Dude, Boston at 142 is a fall at this point. We've seen him go in the 130s today now. It's getting out of control, man. Tight ends, Kittle, Kelsey. That's fun. Drake May, you got with Ramondre. I kind of like that little back stack too. And you don't need to overdo it. You don't need to get desperate and reach for guys. Little Worthy, Kelsey with Mahomes is nice too. I also like doing that on this side of the board because you kind of fade the Rashee Rice drafter, and Rashee Rice might just be cooked. So if you get some Mahomes stacks with some of the other guys, then I think that feels pretty strong. Who Hames, 3573. Burrow, Goff, Stroud, very solid. Running backs, Henry, Judkins, Harvey, Blue, Davis. Yeah, definitely strong enough with Henry, Judkins. I mean, you got volume merchants for sure. Should be like 25 touchdowns between those guys. Receivers, St. Brown, T. Higgins, Chris Godwin, Michael Pittman, Jaden Higgins, Jacoby Lane, Malachi Fields. 2 fun rookies. And honestly, dude, Jacoby Lane at 198 now is a huge fall. I've seen this guy go in the 160s, dude. So that's pretty nice right there. And then tight ends, Colson Loveland, Brenton Strange, Dalton Schultz. I mean, yeah, Loveland is a smash. Strange and Schultz are really nice options too. So yeah, Who Hames, you're not lying, man. You kind of cooked in this. Pulled up Harvey to 78 as well. I know Who Hames said he raised Harvey in his rankings. So there you go. And we've seen Jaden Blue go in the 160s all the time now. Ray Davis is a fun late pick as well. Kittle past ADP in this economy too. Yeah, I've not been taking the Kittle rise. I've been taking him only when he falls and it makes sense for my team. But getting him and Kelsey, I think, is kind of fun. I'm a little worried about, the age and coming back from an injury like that, even in the world of peptides and everything. Being on the 49ers also just it makes it a little scary, man, being on the Niners. But yeah, stay strong, man. And clearly Maximus wanted that George Kittle as well. And yeah, you needed Stroud with that double bye week. I mean, you don't need to, but it helps. Schultz is a nice fall too. So, man, that's gonna do it for us. But yo, before we go, our boy Nice and Blunt is live right now. Can we all go over to Nice and Blunt's live stream and just say Keenan signed to the Chargers? Dude, that would be amazing. I don't know if I can pull it up. Nice and blunt. Yo, can we go say
Am I gonna stack Puka or Neighbors here? We'll see. I'm not gonna lock myself into any particular thing. With Drake May, I feel extremely confident about my quarterback situation.
To the Chargers on behalf of our boy.
Desperate for a Jackson Dart or a Stafford. If anything, I'm gonna try and push Stafford.
Yeah, we love
Blunt, get away with it.
And
Dart would make some sense.
Don't want
However,
Keenan to the Chargers.
I want my running back room to be strong, and I still feel pretty confident.
As you can see with the hat on, Nice and Blunt is a big Chargers fan. I want to get in there too, but
I'm not going to take both handcuffs. I almost took Monungai there, but I'm going to go Kenny G.
I mean, he's going to know anyways.
Above him,
but hey,
ADP
if you want to
says
keep watching some drafts, man, go
really
check out Nice and Blunt.
I've been
love
fading
Nice and Blunt around here
like all summer.
And also, I know this is.
I think Kenny Gainwell is going to be in a similar.
But I never look at YouTube on my laptop, so.
And I think he's going to catch a lot of passes. It opens up a Baker selection.
Go check him out.
And I already have one backup that's really expensive. It's not that Monungai can't pay off this price, but even though he fell a little bit, I think.
Hey, damn it! Hey, down. Hey, boy. Yo, oh, dude! I just fell off my stool too. Yo, what a way to end this stream. Okay,